Deluxecoff's Wild Mongrel Bubblegum. Blows colored bubbles. Changes colors while you chew. Discard your old brand for something new.
Deluxecoff's Wild Mongrel Bubblegum. It's yummy!
Hello, everybody. It's me. It's Saturday, and I'm a little nervous because right before the show, if you notice, we were about 50 seconds late to air Little Ghost in the Machine. There was something on Twitch's angle that was like, oh, you need to update, use this setting, whatever. So I might have a little bit of sweat on my brow. Paladin 19, Mtmentat, Shahrazamon in the house. Thank you so much. So today, about a week or two ago, ran into a very cool player online named Horse Duck. Which if you try to sound like a duck, you will end up with a hoarse voice. I know this firsthand, having grown up on a lake. I can imitate one pretty well, but I won't make you suffer through that at all. But anyway, regards to Twitch, maybe that's what was causing a little bit of the delay, so I'm curious to see if the stream goes a lot smoother. I'm not quite sure. I've been still having a few Ghosts in the Machine with my PC in general, so enough about that crap. So we'll go over the very first list he sent in, which is about 80% of this one, but I changed this up a little bit here and there. Okay, so we have 22 lands, 2 dens, 4 bridges, see where this is going, 4 Goldmires, 1 furnace, 2 mountains, 1 plain, 4 Rustvales, 2 swamps, and 1 vault, because we are eating our own lands with this to gain a great advantage. We're utilizing Metalcraft with this and this, and we have Faithless Looting for count because we have a lot of lands and we just want to put stuff in the yard because we have late to dinner main. We have Ephemerate. We've got Lone Missionary, which is kind of a conceit against burn, and a few really quick start aggro decks. Waiting till turn 5 is a little wanton. I mean, obviously it can be turn 4 if you have like a perfect draw, but we're talking about the games when we need a close one. So these made it in, 2 cast down, 2 edicts. I already went over the wildfire. We've got 3 cannonades. We've got the Ardent Elementalist, which is just amazing in this list, either getting back late to dinner, but often, Ephemerate or this for the kill or this to save you or whatever. 1 guardian and 2 thorns for kind of our, monarch package. We can steal it or we can take it. We've got 2 Stonehorn Dignitaries for ultimate defense. And like I said, late to dinner, which can play like 4 or 5 of them because of the Elementalist with Ephemerate to get back this. You see where this is going. We gain 4 life, 4 life, 4 life, 4 life. Speaking of life, I'm going to jump over into the thing before I discuss the sideboard options, and we'll go from there. So back to the list. Let me go back here while we're waiting for our first opponent. In the sideboard, 2 more missionaries, 2 dust to dust, which are mostly for lands. This is if you're going up against a deck that's doing a similar thing, you want to exile the lands, not destroy them. I'll get to the chat in a minute. 2 Chainer's Edicts, 1 more cast down, 4 Pyroblast, 2 Castigates, and 2 Spellbombs. I found having a bog main was just way too many tap lands, and I wasn't able to bounce it. Anyway, let me get to the chat. Martin88, hey, first time here. Thank you so much for catching the stream. I vastly appreciate it. Everybody loves seeing you live for the first time. Looks a bit like, Elsion did one. Well, his is probably better. Shahrazamon, I didn't know that Nim Chimpskey. I just thought this was from Horse Duck. Maybe he took it from that. I'm not sure, but he said it was his. So, and a total embarrassment for Twitch. Oh, what happened to Twitch? Now everyone's details were leaked. What? What's this? That's bad news. After watching a few months of just watching YouTube, I finally catch a live stream. Well, hopefully we don't disappoint. So I had no idea about this. I knew Facebook had a big old breach. More on that later. But yeah, I had no idea that Twitch had a thing. So, interesting. Well, send me any if you've got that link, Shiraz, or if there's an article on like what to do, let me know, because kind of news to me. Yowza, what a trip. hopefully maybe that's what that little intrusion was. I had to reset some stuff, so change things up and whatnot. So, oh boy, I'm glad I decided to go over the list there as we're waiting for our opponent here. But yeah, I've been really enjoying this list. Got a lot of staying power. I was very tempted to try the Skyfisher / Omen of the Dead engine, but Late to Dinner is really cool. You got to stop looking at this, or at least I did, as an expensive Exhume. It's just so much more in this list, and kind of cheats out the vampires for 1 less mana. And then when you add this to the mix and then Ephemerate, it can get to a really fun time indeed. So the original list I really liked, but it had 2 Gambits main. It ran 1 less land, and it had this I like to think of it as a cutesy package: Solar Migration and Mournwell, which Mournwell is great very late and stuff, but this card just felt really underwhelming to me. In the games where it was awesome, you're already winning. It's one of those cards, and the majority of the time you're, if you do have to force to pay this as kind of a defensive play, you're paying 4 for 2 white, 1/1 flyers, and you don't always have Ephemerate in your hand. Plus, the original list of this only had 3 of these, and the horrific card Terminate, which there's just no reason to be playing that, especially now that Cast Down is a thing. And then the sideboard was a bit different. We had a Relic. There was a Bog main. Went with a bit of a Revoke Existence package, but you can see I kept a lot of the things the same and married some things over there. So anyway, off we go to round number 1, and we'll see what we can see. Yeah, Bleak Cloven's very fun. Martin KSK88, I think. I'm adding vowels. My head just sees it as that. Yeah, that's why, Nim Chimpskey. It was just my teasing joke is if like every deck had like Denrova Horrors and Guardian of the Guildpacts, you probably could then maybe play Terminate. I just not too big of a fan of the card. Cast Down, and then that picture showed everything, right? It was like, okay, I need both mana here, not just one. So for half the effort, you can do more things. So not what I want to see on first game of a stream, but whatever. We'll see if we can. We do have ways out of a fog lock, and I have never played Tron against this. So, and I'm a little naive with this list. I've only probably played it 10, maybe a dozen times. Had a lot of fun with it, but I've been very, very, very busy. We are the aggro. I kind of want to get something going here. I guess we'll try to develop here. But I've been incredibly busy on the work front. I have a lot of good news on that, so that's good times. I guess we'll go for planes. Yeah, drop that out. It's going to be mega busy next week. I was really busy this last week, so I haven't really had time to look up and do much of anything. Yeah, I might. You're right, I'm too busy talking. Metal Kirby 27, Lucas Scratch. Dope. First Mardu Fires will be my favorite deck in the format right now. How nice. Yeah, well, we're going to want to probably play that Ardent Elementalist, get back that Wildfire, and go after that Tron Tower. No lie, I was just a little mono-focused on what I'm doing and not what the deck could be doing, so we're going to do that. Let me drop this out here. It's a bit of a clunkier play, but I'm going to go for it now. I'll do this. Whoop. Drop in here. Make sure we got our lands out. Here we go. Whoop. Plus they're white bordered. I mean, how can we not target them, right? Yeah, I think that's been the big conceit for when you look at the lists and you're like, where's Tron? Oh, I like seeing that. He goes and finds the one other one he's got. And this, so there's here. There's the power plant. And what do we have here? Oh, my podcast was pretty well received. I've been having a lot of fun getting some feedback. If you guys like anything of the scary persuasion, it's called The Gundo Ghost on all platforms. You can just go to iTunes or Spotify or whatever. But the second episode dropped last night at midnight. Fitting, right? All right. Well, we're probably just going to run into a you-know-what here, meaning a Pulse of Marasa. But we'll see what we can do. Since our mana's okay, I want to imply that I have a... no, never mind. I only have the one white source if I'm going to do that. Never mind. I was going to say, wanted to keep up one white, but I'm not going to be able to do that because of the missionary's casting cost. So I probably should have played something that came into play tap there. You're already seeing a little bit of the hesitation as the green shows up. It's probably just going to grab Marasa. Might as well get some boys online. Probably going to walk into a Wildfire, depending. Tron's just got so many tricks in its bag. You never know kind of what version you're going up against. I'll write this down. Tron. Yeah, so I got this really, really big project. I can't talk too much about it because of, legality and stuff. But I'm back on Avid for the first time in like a year. That's like, for those of you, everybody, has a dominant hand. It's like forcing yourself to use your left hand if you're right-handed with regards to editing. It's funny, I used to just live, eat, and breathe that. And then I've been on Premiere so much since about Propaganda days that going back to it every once in a while, it's like, it's like juggling for the first time, and you pull it off, and you're just trying to not really think about it. And that's the thing. A lot of times I have to try to purposely just not think about it. I'm not even paying attention to what my opponent's doing. I apologize, guys. We got all kinds of neat things going on here. Teach by example, showing up with Abundant Harvest, and I'm sitting here chattering and not paying attention to what my opponent's doing. But yeah. Nah, not that I can look at it, but thank you for that, Nim Chimpskey, for everybody else. Yeah, I have not seen a teach by example yet in Tron, but nothing surprises me with Tron. Land grant's a little surprising. Suggesting that forest is, curious. Hey, hello. Range Sushi in the house. All right. Yeah, I got all kinds of new stuff. Before I got busy, I was really busy the day before I got busy, and I went crazy on designing some new stuff. Remember our sideboards explored? It was like the only critique of it was super long, and it was starting to get a little bit dated. Some cards I didn't have updated, so I broke it up into like 4 sections and went from there. And let me pull this off here. So he's got Kevrick's Torch headed our way. I'm glad we've got some life. Good. We'll get some more right here. I think I'm going to, just given that hand, I'm going to drop our dude here. I want to imply that we've got the Ephemerate just to pull some goods here. I'll keep it up, and I'll favor the one that can't get blown up by so much stuff. We'll drop this. Come on over for 8 here. Got to be careful when you're clicking around with this. With Ephemerate, you can leave things on the stack and they go nowhere. So yeah, back on the Avid train, and that's quite a headache getting things, just talking to media and stuff. Avid can be a pretty finicky program, but once it's working, it's pretty awesome. Galvanic Relaytron. This is really when I want to have a Ephemerate. Oh well. Yeah, what's that? 3, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Getting there. Yeah, I have not seen this list, so chat, feel free to help me out. If there's obviously it looks like just a big red X spell pointed at my dome with a bunch of ramp, right? Probably gonna blow up our guys. And get stuff back. The one time I don't play a macabre, right? Get penalized for it. The weather's changing. All they do is drop huge fireballs. Oh, cool. Well, at least it won't take too long, right? Crunch. It's neat to just see a new angle of it. Any angle. I'm surprised there's not Tron Infect by now. It's, other than the Wildfire engine, it's so OP. This craziness. All right, well, we can't take too many games of that. That'll give you some staying power. We're going to lose this life battle. Now, if I was playing Bog, I'd love to top deck it here, but not something I focus on too much there. All right, same thing. I'm going to leave up white here. I'll go like this. Rock here. It's not going to be enough, probably. Play this just so I've got a Galvanic Blast answer. Attack. Seven cards in hand. Intimidating times. And because of Storm and such, I'm going to do this right now. All right. Come on, Ephemerate. There's only 4 of you. For example, to double the nuke. Very nice, Lucas Scratch. Yeah, I'm starting to see it. I've had a little bit of coffee this morning. Probably not enough. Playing from a place of ignorance here. That's what I get for being busy this week. Not seeing the new tricks, right? But yeah, so we broke up the sideboards explored, and what was it, like removal, mass removal, life gain, and then just kind of like prevention and disruption. So, well, okay. Maybe they didn't draw what they needed. I hope they didn't go. All right. Well, that was interesting. We're going to bring in these. We're going to bring in this. We didn't see too much blue. I don't think, Nim, is there much blue in that list? I don't think so. Edicts are going to be useless. Are they creatureless? We're going to bring in our life package, because why not? We can lose one more thing. We'll probably get rid of a cast down. Blast can go to the face. This. We got one little catch-all example there. They only run about 14 lands. Just red-green, I think. All right, cool. Busy is good. Yeah, believe me. I'm the second I had a moment, Mtmentat, the other day. I was really swamped, and I'm like, oh man, I'm like, what am I talking about? All I've been doing is bitching about this stuff. I'm gonna just try to be euphoric about having just too much work right now. So, keep. So apologies if we're a little late to the party on either deck lists or emails and that sort of thing. And the Gundo Ghost, my little side project podcast, is hitting full swing and starting to get a lot of little recognition around town and stuff. So, yeah. Oh, and for anybody out there that's interested in Facebook ads, I don't recommend it. It's pretty. I think I had a budget, just a tiny little budget, just to see what happened. And it's one of those things like they just say like, imagine you gave me money and I was in charge of all the stats, and I said, like, I don't know. Shirazaman was just like, hey, I want more people to mention my name when I'm not around. And then I say, okay, here, give me some money. And then the next day I go, yeah, it was up 50%. And you're like, all right. That's kind of what it felt like. It's like, yeah, you're getting all this traffic. I'm like, I am? It's, I'm not seeing it, but okay, whatever. I'll bring this out just in case they've got some ancient grudge or grunge. I always say grunge. It's grudge, I think, right? Oh, look at Scratch with the knowledge there. Yeah, don't listen to this bald idiot. He's got the tech in the chat. I have not seen this yet, so. Ooh, I really want another red. I think I'm going to loot into that. I'm going to loot to go find a blow up. Let's blow some stuff up. I always like to lean on the power plant. I've had good historic luck with that. It's completely superstitious, so. COP red, eh? Interesting. Speaking of red, let's do this first. Alrighty. Discarding things that I will need later. You know what? I think I'm going to get rid of both my blasts. I want to be able to play that Thorn next turn. We're not in any huge trouble yet. We're 2 cards closer to land blow-ups. I just really would like to have hit a red there, but it's all right. We got Thorn, and if another land hits, we're going to have Bleak Cloven Vampires. Played Magic, Ancient Grunge. Like, yeah, well, that's the thing. Played Magic. If you remember our Pauper County Fair commercial, That's why I say it that way, because way back then, and I've heard it that way on all our commercials, ancient, and I say grunge instead of grudge. Because, I'm a big Pearl Jam fan from back in the day. I've always liked that guy's voice. One of the best soundtracks ever, I think, was the Into the Wild by, I think his name's Eddie Vedder, the lead singer. A lot of ukulele and just very open, sparse music. Really, really cool stuff. Very impressive. What do we have here? Some shenanigans coming our way. What is this? Yep. All right. He's getting huge. We're getting small. Yeah, I'm going to pick on the power plant. Yeah, it's a pretty damn good one. I liked a lot of their stuff. They had an acoustic set up at a station outside of Sacramento back when I was like in high school, and man, it was so good. I had it on a tape and never found a digital copy of it, and listened to it to death. And back in the day, you didn't have AC and stuff in your car, and these things called cassettes, it was maddening. They would melt. That's what they would do. Oops, got the wrong window open. Let's see what he's going to do next turn. Not this turn. Yeah. We're gaining life. Well, let's do the thing. We might as well draw some cards, right? I think I could still probably get fireballed here pretty quick. I think we're a turn or two away from them trying to go for it. So I guess it's just creatureless then, huh? Or I'm expecting a little rope-a-dope, like all of a sudden some big old thrasher like Fangren Marauder comes out or something, right? Gaining life. That actually wouldn't be too bad. Yeah, I saw Alice in Chains. They were really good. It's back, what was that? They played at some, they weren't the headliner. I think I was seeing Van Halen or something with Hagar back in the day. It's one of my very first concerts I ever went to. I miss music videos. Although, I was on the train of I really liked the MTV generation when they just started getting into reality TV. Not too much. It was, a little bit here in the evening, but it was music television all the rest of the time. But man, try finding a video these days. It's crazy. I think I've mentioned this before too, but I don't think I've ever seen this played against me. Guild Globe, 2 mana of different colors. Cool. Yeah, the best band I ever saw live as far as just sheer effort, talent, and just willpower was a band called Rusted Root. Bit hippie for most. They opened for, when I got to meet Dave Matthews, they opened at that show, and I think it was 123 degrees, Cal Expo in Sacramento. It was about 4 in the afternoon, dead of summer. They were wearing leather, facing the sun, and I think I've said this before, but it was almost as if the CIA or some snipers were in the audience, and they had told them before the show, if you don't play like your life depends on it, we're going to just take you out. Because it was like they signed a pact with the devil or something. I was just so, ever since then, I've been a fan of theirs. The guy has a very unusual voice. It's beautiful. A lot of range. It kind of has qualities of Soundgarden's late Chris Cornell, who I liked a lot too. Although I liked Audioslave better than Soundgarden. The little bits I hear. It's one of those bands, I forget about it, and a year goes by, and then I'll find a video, and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember, I like this, darn it. All right, we better do something big here. We've got 3, 6, that's 10, 11. We're not out of the woods yet here, folks. Come on, Ephemerate, where the hell are you? Nice of you to show up. Let's keep our mana flexible. Drop like this. I told you that my power plant idea was a good one. We'll drop here and attack. Come on, maybe we can just draw no Ephemerate. Come on, come on, come on. Ah, dang it. Deck's fighting us. I've already suffered through a weather the storm, if you're wondering why our opponent's life isn't going anywhere. Go Bordello again. I've never heard of them. Played Magic. What kind of music is that? Had a really good time Thursday night with a little fight. Yeah, there's a place right in my town I can pretty much walk to, and I'm really close to having a deal with them and getting in some pretty big clients there. And out of the blue, another contact. The old when it rains it pours. I hate that saying, but good lordy, is it true? Gypsy punk, interesting. I think probably my favorite concert I've ever been to was at the Walt Disney Music Hall in Los Angeles. Super low-key, smaller event, and it was the harpist Joanna Newsom. She, a lot of people say she sounds like a baby witch, but I really like the juxtaposition of her voice and the beautiful playing. And it was just my thing about concerts. I really dislike how people make it about them, and they cheer way too loud, like they're trying to be heard in the recordings of any, like, studio, whatever. And I'm just kind of like, shut up, you came to hear the song, not a bunch of woo-hoos and things like that. I mean, after the performance is one thing, but during and things, I get a little old man that way. I was that way when I was a teenager. I was just like, shut up, came here to hear the band, not, some drunk idiot off to the side throwing something. So it was so cool because everybody was really good seats, because it was a concert hall. So they were like soft and, you felt comfortable and great acoustics. And when the song was done, there was like a 8-second, like, is it okay to clap now? And then like golfers claps turned into like big ones. And it's just a really nice evening. Exactly what you want. Thank you for the deck list there. Courtesy of Horse Duck on MTGO. Ours is a wee bit different. They're going to burn out here. We've got kind of the recipe to beat this in theory with so much gain 4, gain 4, gain 4. Probably much to the frustration of our opponent. As we're able to live through Triple Torch. Come on, Ephemerate, please. Let's go. Barb Sextant. What year is this? I feel like Homelands just got released. All right, well, we're nowhere near lethal here. What I'm considering is Faithless Looting versus dropping the Cloven Vampires, because we're only going to gain 4 life. What do you guys think here? If I play... Let me loot. I don't think we're going to be able to... Okay, that's good. I can do that. That's flexible. I don't need any more of these. And I guess I'll get rid of this. Well, it's not the greatest draw, but we do at least get to draw twice this game. So we pull off the power plant, which is pretty obvious here. I'm going to go grab a forest if they've got any left. Hey, they don't. We drew a life gainer, but we're at 4 life, and I'm pretty sure they've got plenty of ways around this. If anything, they can just live long enough to do something here. Hey, oh boy. Man. We just have like every creature on our deck. I don't think we're going to live to see game... I think we're going to game 3 is what I'm trying to say. W. I'm about to write an L. Come on. Anything you got. You don't have to overkill me, dude. Come on. We're tapped out. What do we call this in the pauper parlance? It's like the final flourish, right? All right. There's an L. Another Rolling Thunder. We could just play COP red. If this deck kind of becomes a problem. I don't think it will, but I'm not quite sure if we need the... we might want to bring in Dust to Dust. I'll lose a cast down. I like this. Yeah, we could lose the Stonehorns completely. It's one of those cases where we almost have too much stuff, right? There's a case where we could want to kill one of our own things, I guess. But we have to put something in the deck, so we'll go with that. Relaytron. Yeah, let's go. Alrighty, Let's see who's going to win this one. There's Ephemerate, probably with nothing else. Hey. On the play. Do we keep this guy? Can't do anything till turn 5 with his hand. Of course, our deck is all about setting up, though. I gotta mulligan this. This just too late. God, thanks a lot. All right, we'll keep this. What are we gonna throw back? We don't really need too much of that. Oh, all right. Well, that kind of sucks. Are they out of time? Bummer. Well, I'm almost happy because of the frustration element of drawing kind of those the clunky creatures of the 4-drops. They kind of all showed up there. So, oh, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. I don't want to play this list. I want to play mine. Leave. Make sure that this is the right list. Is this the right list? Yes, there are no horrible terminates. 2. That's the one I want to play. Hiya! We'll go like that. The reason I don't like to jump in and join these games is if somebody jumps in before me, it tends to have a little bit of a hiccup. Sometimes you have to log back in. So, yeah. Good times. We'll just put a Q there. That's a new one, huh? Let's write a big old Q. Alrighty. Yo, what's going on with the interface here? Come on now. Create. Let's go. There we go. Must not have clicked it correctly there. Yeah. Yeah, so this is the original list that was sent in. You know, we've got Terminates, Thrill of Possibility, I just think is a downgrade compared to Faithless Looting. You've got the instant speed tricks and stuff, but this is the one I've been married to. Enjoying it profusely. Let's see, not used. Okay, I don't know what's going on with our opponents here. Because they don't want to be on camera. Let's say create. Create. And back we go. It's quite central, I tell ya. Another WW. Yeah. If I had it my way, we'd be playing Black Sack all day long, right? Get my sideboard here. If that proved anything, if that deck becomes a thing, we'll probably have to make room for one more, because we have one dead spot when we kind of overboard everything into this little monstrosity I like to play around with and such. But so yeah, Bog of Bazooka Bog is awesome card and all, but there's just so many coming to play tap lands, and without any Karoo land to kind of reset it when you need to against opponents you need to, I wanted just one more basic in there, and so went with that. Lots of fun, says Nim Chimpskey. Very nice. Yeah, there's been quite a few versions of it. I've seen who was on I think Cooper the Red was playing one just the other day against me that was like kind of a hybrid of, or you know, same sort of thing. Doesn't mean it's all me. Yeah, we'll keep this. Man, it looks good. And I think we'll lean on the Rustvale Bridge since we have more red and white early on. You started a Muldrifter vid. Huh? I did? Oh, weird. No, I'm right here. I started a Muldrifter vid. I'm on camera. You guys are scaring me here. What does that mean? All right. All right, we'll lead off with this. Okay. We'll just play this out. Somebody in the chat say something, make sure the feed's going good, because that little comment got me a little worried. Let me double check here. Yep, I'm right here playing this. Boop. Let me see. Check, check, check. Nim Chimpskey, shame on you. Don't scare me like that. If the feed goes bad, I need to know, but no false alarms, please. All right, we'll play this out. I think we're just going to take the damage here. If they're slow to start, might be tempted to cast that down. There's 2. Where's the big fatty? Bleak Cloven can trade pretty good with a lot of the big fatties. I'm going to do this now. Just because if they don't draw anything else, I can drop Thorn and at least sit behind it. What do we have here? Fling? Hey, nice. Speaking of Black Sack, there we go. Booyah! Now I'm a little worried about a Galvanic Blast via the treasure token. I always get those treasure tokens and the food tokens confused. And here we go. Well, could pull this. Bring back the... let me do that. I'll play the dude next turn, but for right now, I'll just bring back Cast Down, seeing we've probably got a bunch of big 4/4s headed our way pretty soon, and I can at least trade here. That might eat a blast. I don't want to give up Thorn unnecessarily. And because we have an Edict, yeah, that's something I'm always a little new to when I enter somebody's feed. I'm like, oh wow, yeah, they already put up little ads and commercials to pay the bills. That's why sometimes people are always like, why don't you just start the show? And I'm like, well, because I'm trying to get it to where when those ads are done, the show is starting for the Twitch viewers. I think way too much about this stuff, I tell you. I'm going to trade here. Let me take 1 from the Disciple. Keep them honest with the big old Mer Enforcers. We will probably soon see. I added an extra land to this list, so let's see it pay off in the form of a basic showing up top deck. That would be really nice if a swamp shows up. That would be optimal. Alrighty. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If he does have an Enforcer, we're going to see a whole bunch of them flop out right here. Twitch. There's 1. Not too bad. The bridge. The bridge has spoken. I'm still going to stay down on Zithorn. I think I'm going to play the Cloven before it, because that'll probably draw Galvanic Blast, given that trades with 4/4s. Yeah, but if anybody does see any weird little things right in the middle of a game, roll to just @propaganda me in the text. That way I get that big old bright alert, and I know there's something going on there. So. And reminder that next week we'll have a show. The week after we probably will not. It could happen, it could not, depending on how busy I am. I might have to not go visit my buddies up in the forests and such, frolicking in the dark with many a libation and full moon to be had. Mwahaha. Okay. Our life gain needs to show up here. Alright, here we go. And that's pretty cool. Well, we'll fake like we've got something mean in the form of a Ephemerate. It's always a nice little bluff to hold out there. That's a lot of card. Bleak Cloven Vampires. And boom, right back in it. It's like a double Fire Blast, if you do the math. What do we have here? There's Affinity. 'Tis the season. Ooh, there's the munitions. Now, how much is it going to sack to get rid of that? Boy, his more enforcers are kind of hiding from him, eh? I think we'll attack first and then drop the Edict. Nah. Edict now, just in case. Tough decision here, being that you he does want to go all in with that. He's got to fight kind of through the Ephemerate. That could be in our hands, right? We'll attack first, so we can make sure to get in that 4. I like about Thorn. Oh, that was the other thing. The original list had the Crimson Fleet, the 5/2 red dude. Kind of prefer the Thorn of the Black Rose, just because nature of it trades with everything. There's the trample damage to be argued with, but there's a lot of 3 toughness backside, so it just felt like one of those decks that Cannonade just was really good for. Because when I was playing the original list, I was losing a bit here and there to just, you know, go wide decks and stuff where I just wanted to get cut down on the numbers, you know, not let stuff get out of control. Elves and stuff, so. Played Magic. Just save the deck list. Very nice. Yeah, the Range Sushi. Are you in a metal band? I was in a band in high school that was a bit metal. I was easily the least talented one. We, our big claim to fame was we played the local fair. It felt like, you know, I had all these delusions of grandeur, like, we're going to be on MTV next week. My problem growing up, I don't have a bad singing voice. I mean, there's definitely billions of people way better, but I have a decent voice after I took lessons and learned, you know, what my voice was. My problem, because of, actually because of Pearl Jam and stuff in high school, I tried to sound way too much like whoever I heard that week. It was a weird thing. Who's it going after? Me? All right. So my vocal coach at the time, who was the same guy that did the voiceover for Abundant Growth and Standard Bearer cologne or whatever it was, deodorant I think it was, would go on in front of an old piano out in the middle of, he lived out in the middle of nowhere. It was pretty cool to see. But anyway, I'm just going to get rid of this little dude. He would just play a song. I had no idea what it was with piano and just this old Gothic house, and not that that has anything to do with it, but it is October after all. And then over time I was able to find my own voice because I didn't have anything to rely on. It was just me. Did that band have a good name? Oh, Goth Band. Okay, time for the vampires to come out again, even though we don't have Ephemerate food. I'm just going to do it anyway. We'll lead off like we've got extra. Boop. We might draw into it via the Monarch ability. Oops. I always sit there like, okay, you really want to eat your own life? I was playing a solo game of this just because of the... All right, he called our bluff. We don't have it. But we still get the life. Boink! You can always blink the Monarch too. Gosh. Ephemerate, where are you? Side note. The Lux High School must have been like, I admit it, what's to say? I relive it. Backstreet. Yeah, whatever I happened to hear that week, that's who I tried to sound like. So my vocal coach at the time was kind of like, well, you sound enough like these guys. I know there's something there. Just have to find out who you are. Well, it's time to bring out the big guns. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Ugh, it's expensive, but it works. Oh, wait a minute here. Did I pay too much? What's going on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. All right. So tap this. Go like, oops, no, this to this. Come on now. We're going to ping him to death with a little Thorn of the Black Rose. Is he going to sacrifice it and shoot me? Okay. That is 2 big boys down. None to go. Well, 2 to go, actually. So we don't really have to worry about haste unless he's playing that. You know, there's that 4/4 Cougar that has haste with Phyrexian mana. I've always been tempted to try that in a build. All right, mana, that's enough. We haven't seen any of our mana thinners, and we haven't seen any Ephemerates here. And if we get the graveyard thing, we'll go get the Elementalist and start having some fun with that. Come on, give us some. And all we're doing is drawing cards, so it's a bit frustrating here. I'm just going to play this out to have another critter. And I think I'll keep the rest of this stuff in check, and we'll play the bridge, and we'll leave this for the 4 Faithless Lootings that are somewhere hiding in the list. I have no idea what's going on. Oh, I see. Yeah, Lorraine Sushi. Yeah, I was definitely guilty of all that stuff. So, oh man, come on. Can he be at 1/4 life? Just top deck a Galvanic Blast. Pow! Right to the face, right? Slash Panther. That's the one. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, caffeine's sitting in. Let's go. It's probably going to have to use some damage on these things. Let's not be a jerk and draw into something cutesy. Let's just try to end this now. Attack and then shoot, right? Strange times indeed. Boop, boop, boop. Dude, we got it now. Is it a W or not? Got enough life gain and enough removal to usually stay out of big traps. Alrighty. We'll bring in 2 of these. None of those. Probably one of these. Like this package. Not too worried about too many attacks. Guardian can go. And probably the other Stonehorn. I think we'll be alright with these 2. 2 dust to dust. Let's not overthink it. We will rock like this. Not considered a bad thing. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I was the opposite. Like many people growing up with radio and stuff. I was just always singing at the top of my lungs with the car windows up and middle of winter or whatnot. And you end up getting too into a band, especially back in the day before you could really hear a lot of variety. You were stuck with the old tape deck or CD. And so you were kind of listening to one thing over and over again, and you would get very good at the tonality of it and such. But yeah, the guy that did the propaganda theme song, which is my voice and his very, very talented singer from the band Less Friction. They just wrapped on their 3rd album, I think. Crazy good stuff. Yeah, Slash Panther does sound like an 80s glam band. It's awesome. Sometimes he's in the chat here. I think it's what is Animaltronics is his pen name, if that's a thing. We've got a late game hand here, and we can kill stuff early. And we have the thing. I don't know, guys. I'm gonna scoop this. We're gonna mulligan that. All right, we'll keep this. Don't need this. Done. We'll open this up. Ready. I'm going to drop the bridge here. I'm feeling a little timid with Faithless Looting here. I feel like the decision's going to be too hard if I trip it right now. So we'll wait till later. Sitting back waiting to cast down or edict some stuff. Should be pretty safe for quite a while. All right. Remember what I just said? Nah, you know what? We're still going to wait. That being said, might be able to go to 3 lootings. But that's only with draws like this. Sometimes you want to, if you do have a come back from the graveyard vampire ephemerate heavy draw, you do want to find a way to throw it in there even quicker. So that can be a thing. We could blow up some stuff. I'm not going to, though. I'm just going to accelerate here because we kind of need to, right? We'll blow up this. Yep. we need a white source. There we go. We'll play this. We don't really need the Cannonade. But I'm going to loot now just for sheer tempo. All right, we've got this and this. I'll get rid of the Edict and the Cannonade. Can always flash back the Edict. Bleak Cloven against removal heavy decks almost plays like it's a six drop because of the access you need to Ephemerate. And it's got to be careful here. Galvanic Blast is not live. We do not have 3 artifacts, nor do we now. Right. Let's blow this up. They're probably sitting back on a Pyroblast. Whoop. 1, 2, 3. I'll just wait. We've got options, but we do not have Metalcraft. So our vampires are neutered, as is our blast. We're a little naked until we draw another one here. Come on. There we go. We are online, folks. And I'm just going to wait. Because we've got EOT tricks, and we've got the Ephemerate little soft lock in our hand. I mean, it's going to cost 2 of their cards for 2 of ours. If everything goes according to plan, which it usually doesn't. Which is why we like the game, right? So next week, I'm tempted to play Infect. I don't know what I'm going to play. That's code for don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, YouTube vids have been really, really climbing. So thank you for all the support. If you're watching old ones and stuff, every once in a while I'll get some, it's like so-and-so commented, and it's like from 3 years ago, and they love a certain deck, and I'm like, whoa, I didn't even remember making that video. It's like 2 or 3 hours long, and it's like at 4,000 views, which is a lot for me. Somebody like the professor is just kind of like, yeah, whatever. Yeah. Well, take your pick. I think I'll probably pull Ephemerate at this stage. Tough choice. Tron, in fact. Yeah, maybe. Maybe I portented the inevitable. Portented? Can you put an ED at that? I just did. And that answers that. Yeah, a little ghost podcast that I do. I have a lot of fun with my friends' names. I mix and match a lot of their first and last names to make these pretend characters throughout the fake universe. I've tried that in Nim Chimpskey. In fact, there's the Throat Seeker and then the black Regenerate guy, and I made an Exhumed Dimir Infect deck. I didn't take it to a league or anything like that, but it was showing some promise, and then reality set in, and I think it like ran hot for like 4 out of 4 matchups, and I started thinking, is this a thing? And then it just to say the rug got pulled out from under it, from what I remember, is a horrible understatement. It was a lot worse than that. I'm gonna clean house here, blow this up here, and then I think I'm just gonna shoot the Disciple. Relaytron. I'm more afraid of the Disciple. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alrighty, we can flash back if we get another mana. Nope. Hey. Well, let's bluff like we've been bluffing, but this time we've got it. The vampires. See, it's October. I'm easing into Halloween. I think Shirazamon and probably Nim will know. If Litifite was here, he would know for sure. I in the past, I mean, 5 or 6 years I've been streaming now, I've always overdone it on October. I go the entire month is Halloween shows, and I'm trying my damnedest to just keep it to the one show, a Halloween show. So, oh boy, this is scary. Anytime a Tog shows up, it's scary. What gets lost? Ooh. Well, that's curious. Talk about a nice top deck, eh? Let's try it now. Boo! Halloween all month. I think so, Lucas Scratch. Maybe I'll do 2 Halloween shows. That would be next week and then the Halloween show. We'll see. Oh, thank you for that, Nim Chimpskey. Yeah, there's 2 episodes up every Friday night about 2 minutes before midnight, meaning Saturday I upload the next one. Got it set to auto. It's pretty cool. Amazing the toys everybody has access to now. Used to have agencies and all these things. Now everybody can be heard on such a grand scale. It makes for some pretty cool custom stuff. Now he might lose Metalcraft if he goes too overboard here. I think I'm going to try to run right into this dude. See if he wants to play trade games. I should probably wait for him to blink, right? Yeah, I'll just wait. If you follow the link of the Gundo Ghost, you will discover the mystery of the pilotless kites. Or at least start understanding as my craziness continues throughout the month. I'll come to a crescendo at the end, and then, depending if it's well received, I'll repeat it next year, and hopefully it'll become some sort of thing. There's a poet laureate position available in our town, and I'm thinking of trying out for it, just out of sheer curiosity. Why not? Be a neat little thing to be the first ever. I didn't know that was I thought that was always like a more grandiose title, but I was just reading The Raven about 5 minutes before I started sitting here with you guys. It's a little overrated. I like a lot of Poe, but that one, and I have to admit, I'm quite a wordsmith, but Edgar, given the parlance of the time, you have to look up about every 30th word, just little twists of phrase. You look it up, you're like, I think it means, and you're like, oh yeah, I was right. But, okay. Well, we've used one up. Let's do another. He's probably got one more behind it, or this is just to see if we've got it. I'm not sure. We have the Edict in the yard. Yay! It worked. It worked! So, no matter what we draw is good times, unless it's a coming to play tap land. See also Bajuka Bog, which is one of the reasons I didn't play it. And we can also, if we don't like what we got, we have access to Faithless Looting in the side. So there's that. Dang it! He's back in it, just like that. Well, I want to start getting some of our graveyard fun. Go grab all his creatures back. We haven't had any fun graveyard interactions here. We played the early dude to grab back the Cleansing Wildfire, but that Late to Dinner's a fun card when it starts going crazy. And here we go. He'll have to use 2 artifacts for that to go down. Do this. And here we go. Alrighty. We have access to everything there. I'm going to pull this back. Let's loot. What are we going to get? Ooh. Not that good. I need the land, but not that badly. Let's do that. I attack here. I don't think he'll block. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I mean, next turn, obviously. What curious card did we draw? Down comes Thoughtcast. Out comes a whole lot of goods. He probably thinks we walked right into another... this is some nice psychology here because of Fiery Cannonade already being seen, right? He went and got a bunch of 2 toughness and under creatures. As we sit back with our 3 in the excess of red and... Oops! There's more. 6. Tempted to keep that land, pitch the vampires, but lands will eventually come. Well, there's that. I think we keep that safe and we Edict right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more. I'm going to come at him. I'm happy to swing there. Yeah, I didn't want to have to rely on a blocker and still take it, so it's all right. Where'd my chat go? Is anyone out there? 31 life, feeling pretty good. We're at the aforementioned 7 mana. We have Flashback Edict. Hee-yah, thank you for that. There we go. There it is. Boy, oh boy. There's so many things we can draw here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Boy, those disciples, that's nasty. Really nice to draw another one of our Fiery Cannonades here. They got 2 blasts in the yard. Do they have the 3rd in hand? Probably. I'm going to loot right now. Well, okay. I'll get rid of these 2. Let's get rid of the big boy and access to black. How's that? Forcing us to play correctly with a sorcery-based speed via the Tog. I'll probably sack them both to the Disciple. Oh. Deadly Dispute. Eating us for 2. Crunch, crunch. What a card. I knew that was great when I saw it, but boy, having played it, it's one of those cards, you know, you see it and you're like, yeah, that's really good. And then first time you play with it, you're like, whoa, this is nuts. Should have sacked that to the Tog. I would have lost 2 more life. Oh well. Maybe they're up early and lacking caffeine like I often am. Saw a really cool high school football game. The son's, what do you call, homecoming sort of game. It was so ridiculous. It came down to the last second, and we were about to win. Emphasis on about, and then the defense came through and just clobbered us. But it was so. I was kind of happy that happened because there's just so many times. Oh, we're dead here, right? That's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, we're dead. There's just so many times throughout history, you know, where you have those kind of victories, and you're just like, is this scripted? Where's the hidden cameras and stuff? But no. Yeah, I don't know what I'm hiding behind here. We'll just stem the bleeding here and say L as we go to game 3. All right. Dusted us pretty cool. Didn't feel that all that great with, you know, the Guardian's not too bad. Dun, dun, dun. Can block a Tog all day long. Let's move him back in. Considering getting rid of the Rose here. Where is this card been hiding? Remember we saw it in 2 mulligans with, you know, sharing space, hanging out together. That was a wee bit maddening. I think I'm going to lose a looting. This matchup feels like I want to be playing that mid to late. My life is one long Twitch show. It is, it is. All right. Such a flexible mana base. It's crazy what you can do anymore with Pauper and still be competitive. This is a pipe dream 6-7 years ago. Even going 2 colors, you're like, whoa, slow down there a minute. Things have really accelerated. So as you can tell with my decor behind me, I'm slowly sneaking in the Halloween vibe, right? Got the wispy cloth supreme. Tempted at the last minute there to bring in those Lone Missionaries. We do have access to 2 main. All right, we haven't been drawing that great, so let's, yeah, I want to play first. See what we get. Mana's right. This is right. Cool, cool, cool. We'll keep. You're right. And lead off with our thing here and yield through the turn. 12 minutes to go to our opponent's 9. Wow. Hey, Captain Vlad Tepes in the house. Holy crap. You choked me up. 8 months. Thank you so much. Yowza. Late to dinner, late to the stream. Love it. You guys are the best. We'll rock like this, and since we've got it, we'll use looting now. We can just throw our vampires out. And, I guess we could get rid of the furnace here. Yeah. Yeah, we'll do that. Quappa. Drop the bridge. Play late to dinner. It'll probably get killed, and then we'll Ardent Elementalist it back and get it back and kill it again and do some stuff. Yeah, yeah. That's the plan, I tell you. Ooh, maybe we change some things up here. Nah, we'll do this. We can still cast down if something gets out of hand. Mardu mid-range. You had to force that in there, didn't you, Nim Chimpskey? I know it's mid-range. We'll take the 2. Nim Chimpskey's a lifelong fan of mid-range. Yeah. Okay. Thankfully, our opponent's a little hurting for mana. Ooh, drawn pretty good here. All right. This is when you can play pretty wanton, which means reckless. If they want to use one of their things, that's cool. And we'll go Ardent Elementalist it back. Alrighty. There it is. So that Elementalist, technically, will probably trade with the Frogmite if our opponent doesn't do too much on the mana side of things. Here we go. Come on, give me some land. Yeah, it's all right. I'd rather have some fun. Let's play the Fiery Man. The Fiery Man can make him use that 2nd out of 4 Galvanic Blasts on something that doesn't really matter. Or we'll just trade and keep him from doing much. Then we can late to dinner it back again, get late to dinner, etc. But Cannonade showing up with all our weaklings. What's going on here? I didn't plan it that way. Hey, you think I'm a deck designer or something? What's going on here? Come on over, Frogmite. I got some might for you right here. Pop. Booyah. I think I'd be of the rage persuasion if I was my opponent right now if he doesn't drop a land here. It's like he's streaming and I'm not. Yeah, I don't blame him. That's a maddening position to be in. Whoop, hey, that was weird. All right. Well, technically we haven't lost yet. We're going to be back right after this. Hey, so anyway, back in the day, if you watch a lot of our older videos, old meaning like a year plus ago, I used to have this segment called Sideboards Explored. Problem was, it was made for a full-on like half-hour episode of Pauper, and it's a little too long because it was a whole segment for a commercial. Anyway, I mean, in other words, I could go make a pot of coffee, drink it, come back, and it was some complaints were had, and I get it. You know, it's like a couple minutes to go to the bathroom and grab some coffee, as I recommend you do the same. But it was a little too long. So I chopped it up and made it a little bit more current. Now, I will say, thanks to the community, there were 2 misses I had. I'm sure there's a lot, right? But and we're playing one of them right now, Lone Missionary. I just completely forgot about the card. I looked right at it and I'm like, it's about sideboards, and it should have been in there. But anyway, so this is the first of many. There's 4 total if you're bored and want to see them on YouTube. Otherwise, we'll be playing them over the next few weeks, and I'll be back with more caffeine, and hopefully friends right after this. Whoop. Hello.
Welcome to Sideboards Explored, Gaining Life. Weather the Storm leads the pack in this category, assuming you have access to green mana, often netting upwards of 20 life. This card is the hallmark of life gain. Sylvok Lifestaff is a bastion of hope against damage, brilliant in creature combat. However, be careful when playing this, as it can really make games go long. Watch your clock. Crypt Incursion's strength to eat an aggro player's graveyard and gain horrific amounts of life are not to be overlooked. In the right deck, the scale of life gain this can reach will cause many opponents to scoop out of sheer frustration. Siphon Life is a cool and synergistic way around prevention effects, while at the same time providing a life swing. Its retraceability is a fantastic way to prevent flooding late game. Unexpected Fangs has become quite expected in many swamp-based strategies. When paired with a massive creature like Gurmag Angler, it can keep you safe from those burn matchups, usually in one swing. In the right deck, Harsh Sustenance can be both a life boon and an instant speed kill spell, especially if your opponent is hiding behind a fog-style Stonehorn Dignitary type of lock. For 3 mana, Pulse of Marasa is a lot of card, netting you a fallen critter with the massive upside of big life gains.
And we're back. At least I think we are. So anyway, hopefully that was new to a few of you with the sideboards there. Like I said, we've broken it up. Same graphic. New cards. Lots of stuff to go over and things. So I got me some coffee, and we're waiting for our next opponent here as we stare down the deck list supreme. At least I like to think of it that way. So yeah, I'm kind of leaning, like I said, towards an Infect list. It's been a long time since we played it, except for White Infect, which is always my favorite. You get that resilient crunch and be able to come at him with all that defensive damage. What does he mean? What does he mean? Go look it up. Yeah, this Elementalist is proving some big-time dividends with our graveyard there. We saw a little bit of that last game, but our opponent was a wee bit mana screwed. So, considered for sure. Dawnbringer. Yeah, it's pretty hard to beat Billy Idol here. Flesh for Fantasy, Core Monk, and there's a battlefield. Gain 4 life, and then blinking it and trading. So many things just trade for 2, so another reason Cannonade's so good. A little bit counterproductive here, but in this kind of a deck, we almost want it to die so we can bring it back if life is a thing there. So, and same with the Elementalist there. So, or yeah, Dust to Dust was curious to me. I was like, I forgot how many of these kind of decks there are, and then I had it played against me, and they took out all of my gigantic dual lands. Gigantic, they're just dual lands. I meant, by gigantic, I meant impenetrable, indestructible, which is a word I always misspell. Our mana's a little shy, but we'll keep this. We're on the draw. We do have 22 lands, which is about 1 or 2 more than you probably need if you're going to get super critical. Who knows? Ooh, an island. This will change things up. Yeah. Not the card we want to see if this is fairies. I don't like Monarch versus Spell Stutter. They trick us a few too many times with that. But we do have Fiery Cannonade and Blast in our hand, so we're feeling all right. Oh, looks like it's Dimir. So we've beaten Tron and Affinity. Affinity had a little mana hiccup, that's for sure. This is when I would really like to top deck a boring tap land so that there's nothing they can do with that counterspell they're holding. Yay! We can at least kill a Delver of Secrets. Yeah, Captain, I was a little slow on that, Vlad Tepes. I was looking at it just at first glance, and I'm like, artifacts aren't that big of a thing. I'd rather play Shenanigans. And I'm like, oh, wait. So I'm thinking of killing 4/4 bodies and, Salamanders still being a thing. I got to remember, there's only one real big target in the Mer Enforcer. And everything else is kind of, unless they're drawing really poorly. Late to dinner is nice against a control opponent. Can always bring stuff back. I'm loving these last 2 draws. Top deck land, top deck land. That comes into play tapped, which we have nothing to do anyway, so we might as well. Most of the Dimir decks, don't they run only 2 swamps? Might be worth it to nab one of them mid to late game if that comes up and where our mana has been achieved. Alrighty. Well, we've got access to anti-sprite bait. I don't know, guys. I play that Rose and we're just dead as a doornail. What do y'all think I should do here? Loot or play the Rose? I just said I don't like to play the Rose, but the tempo in me wants to here. I could always loot, throw them out. Let's try that. I'm going to loot. If a sprite shows up, I'll blast. Well, that's very curious. Huh. You know what, let me throw out one of each here. Kind of giving away our game plan, but whatever. Hey, at least we're going to probably hit a land too. No problem, Nim Chimpskey. No need to let me know unless you're going to be gone for like a half hour or leave the stream entirely. Maybe just let the others know. And big shout out and thank you to Nim Chimpskey, Lorraine Sushi, and Shirazaman, of course, who's been there since day one. My co-pilots in crime, helping the chat go nice and smoothly. At least I hope so. Despite my video accolades, I'm a little slow on the uptake with a lot of this new digital stuff and not being an avid Twitch watcher myself. Ooh. Do we want to kill that now? Get a sprite out now. I like this play no matter what. Get rid of a blocking body. And might bait out a sprite. Who knows? At least this will call for a hard counter. We've got more of them to spare here. Late to dinner. We'll grab the vampires. Boop. They'll probably die to an edict. At least we'll eat a hard counter here. Ugh, white border. You need to ban that, Shiraz. Insult to injury right there. Yeah, we've had a pretty damn good community. I don't write that for fluff. Since day one, I think that's what made me stick with it, is Shirazaman and a lot of the originals. Mtmentat, Mike Man, and I'm forgetting many of you, but It's just like this digital family from all over the world, and I was just really, even though I don't watch Twitch, I was very, felt very welcome. So that was a nice introduction, I should say. Well, now we've got that and that, but it's probably going to get killed. Don't want to do that. Can't do that. Guess we're late for dinner again. Shall we? Or keep it for the other one? Let's see if they bite on this. They probably will. It's another late for dinner. Actually, no. I think the better play here. If he's got a hard counterspell, we'll just do this and then we'll wait for dinner next turn. See if he wants to use that counterspell again. Probably does. Nope. All right. Hopefully that'll tie up an edict for the turn. I really expected that to be countered. Oh well. We've got what we need in our hand. Let's see some fairies show up. Alright, we will kill our dude. Boop. Which Ephemerate would do nothing against. Oh, and it all works as long as you guys are cool with it. I'm all about the speed. It's a dexterity meritocracy, I tell you. Whoever's quickest to the keyboards. That's what I appreciate. I guess we're late to dinner now, eh? Oh, we've already seen the other one. There's another one coming our way. I don't think maybe we've got a Galvanic Blast for that, but we don't. Let's do this. There it is. Don't like to live in fear of those damn things. All right. We'll play this. 2, 4, 5, 6. We need a little bit of Edict math. One more land, and then we can probably start pitching them to the loot. Pitch to the loot, which I might do regardless, just to get rid of that Thorn against a deck with a bunch of instant speed creature fairies. And nothing flips. Let's bring this down here. And probably my very favorite commercial I've ever done was the Bottle Gnome Bourbon. And we've got that coming up at the next break, so... If I had it my way, I'd give you all amnesia every show, and I would play that one almost every stream. That one I really like. I had my buddy read that, and he did a great job, but then I EQ'd his voice, and I slowed it down like 2%, and it just turned into like the burliest trucker chugging bourbon sound ever, and I was like, oh my God. Like Bob Ross always talks about happy mistakes. That happens a lot in any art form, especially editing. So cool. Yeah, I think I would lean on getting rid of that swamp because of the snuff out. Bleak Coven and Thorn. Feeling good that way. Now with Ephemerate, we can always blink Thorn. Keep that going. We're probably going to walk right into a spell stutter though. Mag shows up. That's why I really like to have Guardian, which is why they're playing Edicts and not Terminate. Wink, wink. Yeah. Yeah, okay. This feels pretty good. I'll bring this dude out. Getting a whole lot of life. Just go block with them. Shoot, probably eat a counter spell. Yeah, I want to loot here. I'll get rid of that. We're out of late for dinners. I'm just doing this out of discipline. I don't want to fall into that trap. Hey, yo, probably gonna, that Ephemerate's gonna eat a Spellstutter Sprite. Our opponent's incredibly patient. Ghastly Demise showing up. All right. Oh, maybe they couldn't afford Snuff Out. Who knows? Make him waste it on this creature. Let's see if he wants to use it on that. Probably. Stop an 8-point life swing, but kind of dead in the water here. Oh, all right. It lives. Not worth a Ghastly Demise. Interesting. Alrighty. Two, three. All right. Let me rock like this. Red, white. Let's see what we're gonna get. Hey, Stonehorn's pretty cool. We like that. Maybe next turn. Yeah, we'll wait on that. Get rid of our lands for now. Keep the quality up. Stonehorn's a nice little pseudo foglock in this style. I did it. Boo-boo, though. I waited till the opponent's turn because it says next, and they were already in the turn, and so it was lethal. Talk about feeling stupid. All right, so I'm going to block the Angler here and then trip the Fiery Cannonade probably right into a counter, but we'll at least get a blocker done. Sparing 5. And might as well see if we can save some damage, right? Whoop. Another hard counter. I've already seen 2 of them. Take quite a few sprites in hand to get rid of that, but it could happen. Yep, there's number 3. We take 4. Good news is it probably means our Stonehorn will live. Of course, we're playing very defensively here. We're not winning the game, that's for sure. Maybe I should have played Swirling Sandstorm, which I've considered. Would be fantastic right about now. Maybe that's the... What did we learn? Sandstorm. Tempted to put 1 in the side, but that's going to be pretty good against Dimir in this kind of a board state. True, they can just kill it, but try to tap your weak lands before the other ones. It's kind of obvious, but there's a lot of damage out on the board. All right, cool. No attackies. So we've already got a Demise. Thought Scour showing up. The Demise will probably hit the Stonehorn, which is alright. Cut myself shaving right under my nostril, if you're wondering. No, I don't have a cocaine problem. It's just, I've got this lotion on it and it's just itching. Too much information. I don't think we're winning this one. Card advantage is getting overwhelming. Already knowing what's in their hand. And they've kind of taken away a lot of our fun. We still have our little dude that can bring back late to dinner. That should be fun. Yeah. There we go. Let's see if we can pull this one off. Black. This. And then this. Hiya! Counterspell number 4. Ugh. Horrible play. That's embarrassing. I swore I left open the Goldmire, not the Drossforge. That's just... It's probably one of the top 3 worst plays I've done this year. That was atrocious. You start narrating and you screw up. See, you could have had it right there. Answer to the answer. Crunch, crunch, crunch. I feel like just quitting after that bad play. That was, you know, I'm going to do that. I'm just going to let him have it. I need to learn. I might have been able to pull that off, but if I did, I didn't deserve it. That was unforgivable. All right. Definitely these. I like these. At instant speed. I'm not too fond of Chainer's Edicts in this matchup. So we've already got that. We've got Blast and we've got Pyroblast. Got to lose 3 things. I do not like the Thorn here. I think we could probably go with 1 Dignitary. I'm thinking this is where we want to be. Really like those missionaries. Just trading for stuff. Gaining us some life. Castigate might be interesting, huh? Maybe, let me bring in just 1 for Lone Missionary. Just being that it's going to eat a hard counter, unless, you know, sprites are already about, but we've got Pyroblast for that. So we're going to go like this before I hit enter. All right. Boop. This is when I wish I could edit this stuff. Like, don't put that out to the world. But mistakes happen. Here we go. All right. Late, but our mana's right. We'll keep. We're not a very out of the gates fast deck here. It's not like we've got a Delver to flip. Soured my mood bad, that misplay. Ugh. Our family started playing Azul, kind of a tile-based game in Portugal. Very cool. And it's kind of like where Settlers of Catan was 20 years ago. Like, it's starting to show up in like normal stores and people are talking about it and stuff, and we really like it. Oh yeah. Mistakes. Happy little mistakes, or I don't know how he said it. Bob Ross. That tragic documentary on Netflix. Man, oh man. How could you take a guy that sweet and just kind of drag him under the bus financially? That's frustrating. Yeah, that's what I mean, Captain Vlad Tepes. I was a bit slow to... I knew it was good because the right people were telling me it was good. And my wife and I are so similar. Sometimes she kind of rolls my eyes when I buy her a gift that's game-related because she's kind of like, hey, is this just for you and me? And so it ended up being her like favorite game ever. And I keep teasing her. I'm like, I was going to get this like 2 or 3 years ago for you, but I could just see you giving me that eye roll like, oh, this is for you. And it's like, no, it isn't. It's not my fault that we're so much alike. Yeah, that's a good one, Lorraine Sushi. Yeah, why not? I've never been in this state. I'm so upset over that misplay. I want my opponent to win. Safe place to be. It's up to me, right? Watch this, right click, quit. It's like, hey, it's become true. I gotta be careful. We haven't lost yet, technically. A lot of fun though. If you like playing a limited and pauper, this is the kind of deck for you. A lot of 1s and 2s ofs and just a kind of a rainbow of fun things. All right, Pyroblast any day now. Castigate even, that'd be kind of nice. Dice Tower, I have not heard of that one, Nim Chimpskey. Do you mind sending me that on email so I can not forget it? I think red's a little scarier against a blue mage. Let's just do that. Just play Dignitary here to get a creature out to avoid Edict. think I'm going to do it. It's going to stop a bunch, and I have nothing to do this turn. And if it eats a counterspell, good times. That Delver flips, even better times. Saving at least 1 damage, maybe 3. I was really hoping to get a counterspell out of that. We can always late to dinner it later. That's what's kind of invigorating about this list. And even if late to dinners end up there, as was the case last game, we still have the Ardent Elementalist to bring it back. But I was too frustrated at my horrific play there that I wasn't going to let myself wiggle out of that one. Oh, is that like an expansion? I'm always a little wary of expansions. They always seem like money grabs. There's been so few that work out well. Usually when you get a breakout board game that's a hit among all ages, there we go, cool. That's exactly what I kind of wanted the scenario to be there. Okay. We'll drop a vampire. That'll feel pretty good. Hey. Oh, what to do. Now, we'll take our opening as we get it. We've got another one there. Hiya! Well, maybe I'll get my wife that. I've heard there's a few different tile versions of it. Maybe that's what they were talking about. It's fun to play a solitaire game, testing this out against yourself, because just a whole lot of nothing happens. You target yourself, you lose 4, gain 4. It's like, wait a minute, I thought that card was better. What's happening? What are you going to show us, you flying rat? Remember that? That's our nickname for the Delver of Secrets. Very misnamed. There's nothing secretive about him. He's a rat. He's always telling on his friends, showing what's coming up next. The flying rat. Of course, rat's such a black thing. Maybe there's a insect that's a little bit more. Maybe it's praying mantis. But the mobster inflection on the word rat has a lot more to do with it than the actual creature. Like those sunset lands. Bolas in the background. He's like, actually he's coming out of the earth, not the horizon at that angle. All right. What to do? Come on, opponent. What do we got? Okay. Well, we like that. Yeah, I'm catching myself here. You know, I kind of want to late to dinner this, but I'd rather have access to both of these. So I think I'm going to do that block and then have Pyroblast backup plans here. We'll keep it safe. Ghastly Demise. I'm surprised they kept that in. We don't really have all that many creatures that we care about that aren't black. As he comes on over here, we'll block, Ephemerate. If we don't need a counter, we might just kill the beast. Block here. And even if something goes wrong, we do have double late to dinner in our hands, so that feels pretty good. I think I'm going to keep that for just for counter magic. Not sure if that's... I'll leave it there. We don't even need to attack often with this kind of a style. You're going to show us another thing? His friend, the super rat. That kind of sucks. Let's see. Click nice and slow with Ephemerate. If you click too quickly, it'll just go away. It's like Santa Claus. Go here. Pretty obvious play. Is he going to spell the Dispel turn, And even if he does, we've got access to other stuff. He's probably got another one, though. In which case, we'll late to dinner it. We know the only other card in their hand is a Ghastly Demise at this point. Boink. Gaining lots of life. Life is full of strife. And because we've got an opening, I'm going to take it. Boom, 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 boom. Ba-da-ba-boom, boom. Hiya! Now if either of these die, we can almost double late to dinner. I love that they're holding a Ghastly Demise. It's like, have fun with that. Their board's pretty relevant with that Spellbomb, though. Double block the Angler? I think that's the play. He could kill both. Then late to dinner would kind of leave us... We still could top deck Galvanic Blast. We haven't seen one of those. Alright, he's keeping his dude back. Now this suggests that he has one blocker. Oh, he's going to play another blocker. Yeah, I think I'm going to double block here, guys. No, I'm not. Let's force him to have something. Yeah, that was folly. Okay, he's got what, like a cast down and he blocks the other one? Is that what's happening here? Cool. I guess what, we try to kill that first and then go for the win? I think that might be the best play. Of course, if he's got a Sprite, he just runs right into it, right? Ah. I'll just attack here. Really want him to use that black mana so that he has to trip that Spellbomb. We'll at least get one late to dinner off the stack. Here comes a big old fat cast down. I'm gonna feel stupid if he doesn't have any sprites in his hand. That'll suck. Well, the last few versions I've seen Click Captain have those, but like I said, I've been out of the loop a wee bit this bit. All right, there's only one other card in his hand, so I'm gonna try this on here. That's the blue Terminate. Quite a bit better. Are we going to game 3? We are. Alrighty. I played a little bit better there. A little redemption story. Woo! Self-milled Demir. All right. Got a bunch of big old fat creatures. I think we're boarded pretty good here. It would be nice to fit that other Castigate in. I'm going to bring in the... hey, where'd Castigate go? That was weird. It's just like, I'm going to give you an issue just because. Thank you for the knowledge there, Captain Vlad Tepes. Helping me play a little bit better than I deserve, probably. Being a working man this week. Out of the loop. Ooh, I like this hand. Keep. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. There's a purist side of me that's a little angry at how easy 3-4 mana decks are these days. Remember when Arkham's Astrolabe got printed and I made 5-color infect and it was killing like on turn 3 or 4 pretty regularly. Still ways to pull that off. It's a fun list with Reckless Charge and Unearth and such, but woohoo! Here we go. Well, we haven't 2-0'd anything, but we've 2-1'd a bunch. It's probably more my fault than the decks. Can't do anything here. We'll go like this. Sorry I'm so partial to my artists. I just love Therese, and I love this swamp. I wish Therese would have a swamp come out that I really, really liked. I like a lot of them, but I don't love them enough to get like 24 of them. Which is usually where I stop my land count. It's always the big benefit to playing online. I'm just going to EOT this. And probably, hello. Come on. What do we got? We'll shoot it. Places to go, things to do. Cast down is headed for you. Our mana's all right. We don't really have to worry about shenanigans of artifact destruction. I don't think they're playing reconstruction. Of course, that only targets their graveyard. For those of you that are of the ancient persuasion. Is that a blue instant? Return an artifact from graveyard to your hand. I tell you what I really want in Pauper is Noxious Revival. I want that downgraded. I played a land destruction deck in Modern about 10 years ago. And I would just end of turn put Molten Rain on the top of my graveyard or whatever I needed. Draw it again. That's the one. Phyrexian mana. Nastiness. Crunch. We've got our dude online. That's pretty cool. The Elementalist is only going to be able to grab the one thing. I'd rather grab Cast Down, to be honest. Seeing that we're up against a big old 5/5 fatties. 5/5 fatty. Sounds like a phone number from some bad spam commercial. Call 5/5 fatty. Diet for you. Something, something, something's gonna offend you. Good times, good times. One of the hardest things, though, is knowing I've got this project a whole week to do it. I have this, I think it's technically a sickness. It's gotten worse as I've gotten older, but I just have to get stuff off my plate. And it's hard for me now to enjoy my weekend because I feel like I could just do this and be done. And then, but what happens when I do that is I'm done, and then I either get more work to do at the cost of my own efficiency, or it's hard to explain. It's hard for me to, I like to have a clean slate. All right. Well, time to start playing some stuff and hoping they counter it. We'll just bring out the Dignitary as a complete who cares move. This is just, I probably should have kept a wide open to imply that, you know, hey, I can do stuff about this, but I would love for them to use another Edict on this like in game 2. So an Uprise and Reclaim being played with Cascade creatures. That's a good point. Oh man, I love this. This is just awesome. It's just there to do just that. I mean, Hail Mary save late in the game, and that's when we'll want to draw it then. But for right now, we're all good. All right, I guess we start playing the Elementalist out, making him get scared. I'm tempted to pull that, but we won't do it. We'll just change the plan here. We'll slow roll this and draw some cards. Maybe. Yep. Yeah, we need that white. We've got that. We got that. We got that. Boy, we really have everything, don't we? I guess we'll grab Mountain. Hey, that's cool. All right, next turn we'll start doing stuff. I promise. Take that back. Yeah, Reclaim's always on the front of my mind with a lot of like land destruction styles, or you know, like you said in the chat, Cascade. Noxious Revival just takes it to a whole nother like, whoa. I think I'm gonna Pyroblast this. I'd love for this to, implying that we have an Edict, which we don't. But it'll be fun to use the Ardent Elementalist on our Pyroblast. I wonder what the correct play is. What would John Finkel do? He probably wouldn't play this list. Ooh, we just got a burnout hand here. Look at this. I want to leave one wide open. We'll keep them guessing here. Okay, I need to counter. Yep. Late to dinner. Getting a little late to the game. Come on. We've stopped one counter spell. 3, 4, 5, 6. They have Chainer's Edict's almost online. Another reason I wanted to play that Ardent Elementalist to just have a little food out there for the Edict, but a lot closer than it should be. I don't know. Swirling Sandstorm. Seems pretty good. Alright, this turn's a no-brainer. End of turn that. And let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6. Our dudes might survive, meaning our Cloven Vampire. Not like Ephemerate gets around Edict effects. I like this. Let's do this. Ooh. Wow. I'll take the Mole Drifter. Boy, he's just hell-bent on that Ghastly Demise. It's really garbage against us, but not like he knows our list. Fine with the counter. We'll get our Pyroblast online, or maybe get some stuff back from the yard. I'm going to let him have his pick. I could double blast here, and then we lose our angler food. Which would get him to 14. Thank you for the vocabulary lesson there, Nim Chimpskey, for those of you that don't know. That's why my sons are such good wordsmiths, too, because they grew up hearing Dad always chatting about this game he likes so much. And I'm usually that guy that can answer, what does that word mean? On the spot, or at least be able to deduce. So I'm sure most of you are, too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'd rather kind of keep that a mystery. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got a floater if we do... Call me crazy. I want him to use it right now. Implying that we have Pyroblast, or that we just drew it. Hey, cool. Well, Ghastly Demise is not going to go anywhere. Now, do we play the bridge? That would be kind of insult to injury, right? Ha! Sucker! Why not? Pow! We know what you're playing with. Ghastly Demise counterspell. Use it! Use it! 2, 4, 5, 6. If he draws a land, I'm going to feel like a fool. But it'll take their whole turn out. And we can at least get him to 10 next turn regardless. Maybe even 6. Again, I have no business winning this game after that atrocious misplay. Seriously, my top 3 of all time. That was really bad. No land for you! Oh. Oh, he thought he could demise. I saw that swamp get tapped. Our graveyard is naked. It's not doing anything. We don't have any Faithless Lootings. We have lots of targets. It'd be really cool to get a late for dinner. Grab that Elementalist. There's probably better plays to be had. All right. Is this guy going to rat out his friends? Let's see what he's going to show us now. Another Ghastly Demise. This is best case scenario. 2 dead cards. That used to be such a mainstay, but Ghastly Demise in like 07, 08 to about 10. That was in a lot of lists. Then it rotated out. Well, I might as well just attack here. Keep our abilities a secret. Okay. we're probably going to get an Edict here. Brainstorm. Thank you for that, Nim Chimpskey. Yeah, about every 20 minutes or so, if somebody's bored or curious. And if you're watching on YouTube, if you go to the Show More button right underneath, actually over there, I think is where it sits in relation to where I am on camera. There's a whole lot of info about the deck and all kinds of other stuff. And shameless plug, if anybody likes the show and would like to support it, it's been quite a while since we've had a coffee purchase, so I don't know if I'm falling on deaf ears or whatnot, but every little bit helps. Good times. Let's do this to this. I think he's only got a counterspell left. Oh, yeah, it's interesting. He probably buried both of the mises, and he's going to pitch it to save it here. Ooh-wee, I like this a lot. Let's attack. That's a must counter, though. And he's got the counterspell in hand. Really wish I had a better play here. Do something to tap out, please. I would really like that Elementalist to... Of course, now he's completely dead. Dead Elementalist. Actually, so dead I should probably wait. I'll have to tap out next turn. I don't know. I know he's got... He probably kept that. I'm going to get rid of one demise there. He's going to tap out. If I played that, I could get it back because he's going to have to counter it. There's nothing to grab, though. Darn it. Of course, he's just going to counter it anyway. All right. We'll wait. Hi, YouTube. Yeah, when I was doing the... oh, man, he's got the goods. I was doing that whole buy me a coffee thing when I used to talk and change it up and stuff. It got pretty steady rotation, support, and blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, yeah, who wants to see, I'm on camera all the time. And then I cut to promo of me talking about it. I was like, let's just make it elegant and simple. And ever since, it's just been crickets. It is Pauper after all, so I totally get it. All right. Well, this really blows. We're drawing incredibly dead here. We don't have any targets. Might as well wait to do something. Kind of up against it on the clock. We already have a double active Chainer's Edict in the yard, so. I'd really like late for dinner here. So we'd force him to trip that Spellbomb or use a counterspell. Kind of. All right. Well, there's that, right? Let's we'll play it. Not making that same mistake twice. We'll leave white open this time, making him think that we've got access to something. So, but I eat a hard counter. Yep. Bye-bye. As he stares at his ghastly demises. Double Bleak's in the yard. Well, it looks that way, Nim Chimpskey. I'm not sure. I think they're just drawing 5 ghastly demises. Sitting behind a wee bit too much counter magic. Who knows? Oh, that feels a lot better. At least now when we play something, we can get something. Come on, drop 3 Delvers so I feel like a genius with the Cannonade. Hey, there's part of it. Well, at least we'll have a target now, right? Let's get rid of this option. Boom, boom, boom. Mr. Ghastly Demise. At least we have a target for the Ardent Elementalist. We'll play this. And then we'll go boom, 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 boom. Go like this. It's only at 6 life. This probably might let this through because of Ghastly Demise. That's fine. I mean, all we're going to get back is kind of a bad removal spell. He's going to finally be able to use Ghastly Demise. He deserves it. He's been looking at it for 50 minutes, so. I gotta not sit like this. My back's gonna start killing me. I ain't in grade school no more. Boop. Ghastly Demise. Oh, wait. So many ways to kill that. We're at 24 life. We've got kind of a naked draw, so whatever we do, we want it to work. Already seen some other things. Cool, cool. We'll go like this. Graveyard's available. Wow. This is red, red, this. From the yard, so we can pitch the other looting if we need to. Lands suck. I think I'm just going to point that at his face. Wait till next turn. Or maybe this one. Pow! The Flying Rat. He's being good to his friends. Their demise is ghastly. 3's not going to get you there, baby. Woo! That's cool. Let me try this here. Boop. Oh, come on. One time I don't really need any of this stuff, right? Look at this. Sure. Try and go for the win here. If that flips, I've got a lot of time. Every day you want to get rid of an Ephemerate, but what's the Flying Rat going to reveal? All right. We've got double counter spells. If we get anything that matters, we can just probably out counter him at this stage. Especially if one of those is still a Ghastly Demise. Four minutes to 1:50. Feeling all right. Angler shows up. That would be something. And what do they do? Take out all their anglers? Here we go. That's why we wanted to wait on the mana. Boop. For the win. Maybe. Are we thorough, you know? Did I redeem myself? Think so. Hey, all right, cool. Boom, boom. Hey, all right. Well, we pull that one out. Let's have a quick game, darn it. I'm good to go. Woo! So thanks to Horse Duck, who's the MTGO handle of the player that gave me the initial list that started this. This is where I ended up. You might end up differently. Yeah, Vampire always does a lot of work. Like I said, against Affinity, it trades. It demands respect, as my sons like to say. And I kind of like this little toolbox. Here we go. Horse Duck. Well, technically it's horse_duck if you want to find him and friend him. So, and the H of horse and the D of duck is capitalized. For those of the incredible accuracy realm. All right, let's go. Yeah, look at that mana. Woo! Who needs this? Oh, we do. Keep. Yeah, this is the kind of hand I have when I'm playing by myself. No one's there to witness the awesome draws. Just talking to a wall, I tell you. Come on, sucker. A minute to decide if you like your hand or not. Ugh, these kind of players drive me nuts. Only thing worse is if they quit right now. Ah. Huh, what? I hope I can time them out. That's always on my mind right when they play like that. It's like, a minute? Really? I took 3 seconds. I know I'm impatient, but come on. Ooh-wee. I like this. Look at this. What a hand. So much to do. So much ramp to be had. With this hand, we're going to go grab a mountain. Come on. Take a minute, bore us to death, and then you run away. No call on that one. Rewind the tape. Write down their name. Put them in your block list. That's just rude play. Maybe if we start doing that enough, the actual culture of Pauper will change. That'd be pretty cool, right? People are like, crap, I've been a jerk to too many people. Now I got to go change my username and spill all my cards and trade myself and do all these things and start over again. Trying to be nice. That's that golden rule. Do unto others, right? Let me bring up the little cheat sheet here. Oh, never mind. All right. And you know what's really frustrating about that last one? That was our best hand of the game as far as just that explosive start potential. And then they run away. So I could finally show off like kind of a quick start for the deck. And it's like, oh, no, I'm out of here. Maybe they were sniping us. Being like, ooh, that hand looks pretty mean. We're out of here. What a sad state of affairs that would be if that was true. Plains. I can never tell these days. Ooh, okay. White weenie it is. That's quite an assumption, isn't it? There might be a scenario where we want to kill that if we draw into our basic here. 2 hours in. What's going on? That's right, we're playing mid-range. That's why this endeavor is going long. Now that edict's starting to look really tasty. Sooner than later. He's got the jump on us, I tell ya. We'll do this. We'll do this to this. And we don't really need this till later. We probably don't need this, and we've got late to dinner to go grab them both. Glad we did that, because boy, that was two turns of no drops. Come on, enchant it some more. Make it get taller, not wider. Yes. Yes. Chainer's Edict, I love you so much. That art is so dark. I just love it. Innocence lost. Chop. You're right. I could run into Mana Tithe. I've been guilty of that many a times. I have a feeling Mana Tithe is just one of those cards. If you have it, you deserve it. It's like, good job. You got me. Boop. Regardless, we're going to probably have to Cleansing Wildfire if we don't have a land here. Hey, cool. Nothing like a 3-for-1. The best removal, the best everything. Ooh, this is tempting, eh? Well, let's do this, to this, to this, to this. I'll go grab a red. We've got double white. We already have access to red. I think plains is the play here. Whoop. Cool. And I'll attempt to blast that. We do have a Metalcraft, so Mutagenic's not going to do too much here. And I'll try to do the little aha move if Sentinel's Eye shows up. They probably got a pro red sort of spell here, baiting me. But what you gonna do? I'll try to get this out of the way here. If this does work, it might be a concession. And pro red probably, right? Boop, there it is. All right. Yield through this turn. I'll just probably, cast it down and drop the Lone Missionary to get all our life back from this turn. Because it is protected from red. Hey. Yeah. Cool. Oh boy, everything's showing up here. 2 cards in hand. You know, we could just go get back our Galvanic Blast and shoot it again. That'd be kind of cool. Let's try this, though. Bonk. Another. Look at this. We might be in trouble. Nah. Unless I mistap again. We'll be alright. Because we have the power of life. Ha! Little redundant here. That Stonehorn Dignitary is looking pretty good for that late for dinner, isn't it? I think we're just going to take a big hit here. Then we're going to use that Elementalist depending. And then take a whole lot of damage. Actually, the better play is probably just late to dinner to Stonehorn. And then we Ardent Elementalist the late for dinner. We still have options. We can just gain life and stuff, but 2 cards left. They're going tall. And we... Clicking very slowly here. I don't want to ultra punt again. That was maddening. Well, Stonehorn. Cool. We'll play the bridge. The bridge too far. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 more mana, and our Chainer's Edict is active. Oh, I think I'm going to... Oh, that's interesting. Protection from red. That's a strange choice. Did he choose red on that? Double Galvanic Blast with 1 already in the yard. Is that what you're anticipating? I'm not understanding that way. Okay, well, I can't attack this turn. Strange. Let me do this here now. Let's keep things nice in the loop. Okay. No attackies. Two turns of no attacks. Hey, look at that. That's pretty fun. Yeah. Yay. And why not? We're feeling reckless now. We'll bring back Ephemerate. Then we'll get late to dinner engine going on strong. Why hasn't our opponent scooped yet? Not sure if I like that little first strike hawk in a heroic build, but I haven't seen many lists lately, so maybe that's the what's happening now. All right. Go from there. Go to our sideboard. We're pretty boarded against this. Even Edict is good. Normally, these kind of matchups, it's not. I think I want to bring in one more, actually. I'll get rid of one Thorn. This could be paramount if something's getting really tall. I think that's all I'm going to do. Yeah. Let's... Given what we saw, I'm going to bring in all my edicts. We can leave the flying creatures, protection from stuff. Monarch's not going to be too much of a thing there. I'd rather gain life and make them lose it via the vampires. That artwork in the vampire card, not that I've seen many, but there's one scene that sticks out in those Twilight movies, and they're one of the last movies. They're all running towards some battle, and it looks just like that, minus the trees. And maybe the hair. And the green land. All right, it doesn't look anything like it. There's a lot more people. And it was at a different angle too, but... Boop. Our land is right. We've got part of the combo here. We've got the mana for everything. We can kill something big. We'll keep... This could get out of hand if we, like, draw funky. Just because our mana's right. Doesn't mean too much. There it is. Maybe a Galvanic Blast top deck would be worth it here. Nope. So we go with the bridge plan. Ah. All right. Yeah, Nim Chimpskey, maybe that was it. That was a Streamlabs element that was... It's frustrating. You'd think there'd be a little... exclamation point icon saying like something needs your attention for the last 2 weeks, but I'm glad to hear it. Alrighty, well, we can do something about that. Of course, it'll just come back. Sorry for the mic hit there. You know what? Let's see what our options are. I'm going to loot before, not that we have Karoo lands, but what are you going to do? We don't really need this basic. Given it's white, we don't... Well, no. No. Do that. And pull this out. And we'll go from there. Ah, Cannonade, where are you, man? I had the discipline to add 3 to the list for matchups just like this, and now it hides from me. Forsakes me, I tell ya. We've only got 2 cards left to burn, and I'm a little happy about that. Not gonna lie. That smoke doesn't clear the room for quite a while. Alright, they got a bunch of protection spells there. We're gonna live a little dangerously for the next few turns. We'll go like this. We will cast down our land. I don't think that works. Rock like this. Yeah, white, black, red. Yep. I think we'll just go with what we need more of at the moment. It's probably white. And we'll add to it here. And next turn we can at least gain some life. Now we'll let his Deathblade Elite eat cards and stack up to try to kill our Bleak Cloven Vampires. I think that's the angle I want to play here. I will send you some more from the Netherlands. That was such a sweet surprise. Thanks again for that, Nim Chimpskey. I kept your letter too, so when I'm an old man looking through my pauper days, I'll be like, I remember this. I used to get mail from around the world. Burnt offerings. Bring up that card in the chat. First one to do it wins nothing. No, I've been getting a lot of love on YouTube too. Random videos here, there, just people just giving me some really nice shout outs, and really warms this old dude's heart. Thank you for all of that. I think I want to slow roll this again. I'm going to play this. Do I want to cast down EOT? Got the game next turn. If I can just, I'll try to play correctly. Burnt offering, nice. If I was thinking of very far ahead, I should have called that the name of the segment, right? Burn white borders, burnt offering. It doesn't have heroic. Doesn't do much of anything, does it? I kind of want to have a tempo play and get rid of this flyer, at least a little bit of it. I know it'll come back. At least it saves me from 2 life. Oh, nice, Nim Chimpskey. That's funny. I think I brought that up a few times on the show, but that's honestly, all you kids listening out there, or maybe don't listen, that was my favorite thing in high school that I took class-wise, that I actually was a real-world skill, was typing. I remember thinking, like, this is a class for girls. What am I doing in here? And it was just so glad I took it. Ended up being awesome. All right, let's do this to this. Let's see if our discipline plays off here. Here they come. Boop. Who needs to attack? We don't. We might be able... This Journey throws down. We'll have to do it in response, not before it hits. I think we got the win in hand here, unless they gain a lot of life. Real world skills, I tell ya. Real world skills. Eight-point life swing. Of course, now we're dead meat if that Death Blade gets huge. My son wins most of the time we play Dominion. Oh, nice. I'm not sure what the game is. Oh, a little Shirazamon with his little chicken scratch. My old mentor in editing, he typed that way. Typed really fast, too. Not as fast as me, but pretty close. Like, enough to where you're like, maybe I focused my efforts in the wrong area. Clicking slow. Go like this. Hit the Cloven Vampire. Go like this. Say you. Okay. And we draw. I could kill him on upkeep here. This is pretty fun, right? Boop. Boop. You know, it's fun when you don't need to attack. They could have all the fogs, all they want. Crunch. Woo. Hey, all right, cool. What a mighty two-finger those are, Shiraz. Okay, guys, we're going to be back for the last round. It's a long show because we're playing mid-range and stuff, but I needed some more coffee, use the restroom, and one of my favorite late-night comedians is no stranger to the show, Conan O'Brien. I go find a lot of his old stuff. If you find one that's really funny, send it on over to paupergan@gmail.com. Maybe I'll embed it in some sort of private joke pauper card. But it's better than staring at the back of a seat, as I like to say. So enjoy this while I go enjoy the facilities. Back in a sec. This one.
And then there's some channels here that are just really interesting. Never heard of these. For example, this one right here is called the Inaccurate Famous Paintings channel. The Inaccurate Famous Paintings channel. Let's take a look. The Dog Ventriloquist Network. The Dog Ventriloquist Network. Here's one I want to check out. It's called How to Cook and Eat Porcupines channel. How to cook. These are a lot of helpful cooking shows now on TV. This one's just more specific. How to Cook and Eat Porcupines channel.
How to cook and eat a porcupine. How to cook and eat a porcupine.
We've handmade our signature bottle gnome bourbon for over 5 centuries. We use 3 different types of grains: crop rotated corn, rye with infused relics, and malted barley from Ginju fields. Only the finest radiant fountain water is used, which contains limestone that contributes to a better tasting bourbon. Hoping to add nutrients like Mage Mark magnesium and calcium that our newly sprout swarm yeast needs to thrive. Next, we mill our grains every upkeep and cook them using the fiery breath of kiln fiends. From there, we vapor snag mutagenic samples till we get the alcohol content exactly right. Finally, our bourbon is aged in new, fire-forged and patented trefoil oak barrels, a distinction we take pride in. As seasonal rituals change, temperatures rise and fall, and our bourbon interacts with the woodland spirits. The color and the flavor of the now fully mature bourbon comes from the caramelized Sprite sugars and the charred oak until it is ready to be untapped and bottled. Bottle Gnome Bourbon. A magically reinforced blend of the finest quality.
Available at all Singer superstores.
And we're back. All right. Cut that one a little short. Life gain. Another weenie list. Okay. As long as it's not teachings, right? There's the card we need. Yeah. Cannonade for the wind in a little bit. For the wind. I got too much Halloween on my mind, sorry. I love the night air. You start smelling the chimney soot. Little shadows playing in the twilight horizons. Good times. Sometimes when it's windy, which is often, I like to crack open the window like 3 millimeters so it will purposely have that little, spooky sort of sounding wind tunnel sort of thing. All right, cool. We drew that is what we needed. We're not going to want to see this very long. We've got that in hand, and we'll get rid of our looting. And let's just get our colors right. I'd rather lean on double red here than a black, white comb. Yeah, we'll just do that. Boop. And I think we're going to wait on that cannonade for quite a while. We're under no threat of giganticism. Speaking of giganticism, if you ever get a chance to see the Andre the Giant documentary, it's really, really good. I've always had a thing for that guy. Heck, this is coming from the guy that named his deck Brute Squad, right? And embedded the clip into the very promo. The definition of a gentle giant. I don't want him to get too out of hand here, but I'm going to chill out a little bit here some more. We got nothing to worry about. Boop. At this stage, probably going to drop that. We'll say, yep. 2 red. We got 2 black. I guess we're going to lean on, I don't know, plain. Yeah, play this. Things are getting fun. Snake Eyes MTG, nice to have you. Yeah, it's our last round. We're playing a little bit of a mid-range Mardu here. We haven't lost yet, though. That's pretty fun. Good to have you aboard. Cooper the Red's quite the regular here. In fact, he won a Pauper horse race. Anybody's really quick on the draw of YouTube videos, that'll probably take a little bit of digging. I think we aired it last week or something, but the outcome a little obvious at these stages of the game. You know what? We've got that. I'm probably walking right into a journey situation here, though. Regardless of which, though, we've got the other one. We'll just wait. Let's do another looting here. Getting a little land flooded. We can get rid of these. This. Let's get rid of that. I have at least a target for that. We can at least play that. Yeah, I think everybody's got something similar with Cleansing Wildfire in it and all kinds of colors and stuff you're not supposed to be doing. We got 8 life in hand. Be right back in this. I think we're running right into a Journey to Nowhere crunch here, though, so I don't mind taking this. I'd rather grab some more creatures at the end of the turn. All right. You made us blink. We'll do it. Boop. Prismatic? Guess not. Here we go. All right, I kind of like that. I almost want to encourage them to bring out more creatures. Nah, that's folly. I'll bring out this dude. I'll be gaining 2 life. That's alright. We'll be gaining 4 back. grab some more. Not the best play, but I'd like to have it in the yard. Let's grab... We'll grab this. They might have double journey. I don't know. They're playing awfully slow as far as expansion goes. I mean, I guess you have to when you're running up against a deck with access to red, and Cannonade's a thing, you know. Yeah. Oh, is that it? Yeah, the Pauper Derby. Wow, you guys are awesome. Thank you. That can be quite a headache with that wall of videos. I've never done an official count. I mean, it's always moving, obviously. I know how many. I think our parodies are up at odds of almost 50 now. Of course, I've been saying that for a bit. Hey, was my prediction true? Does he have double journey? Is that why he was slow rolling? If so, I'm going to feel pretty smart. This another one? Nope. Yeah, Cooper the Red's featured in that one. Snake Eyes MTG. Sorry, your font is very dark on my end. So, all right, that's enough of this stuff. Let's loot. We don't need all these lands. This is crazy. Hey, that's pretty cool. Yeah, we'll get rid of these. Play this. I'll just attack into this. Doubt he's going to want to do anything. Eventually, our superior firepower should win out. I'm not going to be doing much damage here. Stonehorn's just going to be a big old journey target. Waiting for our combo to show up. Not much of a combo. We're just blinking Bleak Cloven Vampires. There we go. Cool. Oh, very nice. Battle Gauntlets are awesome. Best thing you can do to kickstart a store in your town or part of the world is that. You go and you make a bunch of decks that are ready to play Pauper. You introduce people to the format. They get it. And before you know it, you got a scene. They can check out the deck or whatever. And good times. Sure, why not? Do I want to... You know what? I'm going to loot here. I don't need that Dignitary. Can always still play it here. Alrighty. Discard 2 cards. That's frustrating. I guess I'll do both of these. Now I want to attack into this. If he blocks, the Cannonade's going to be a lot of fun. This is when if I'm playing online, I'll be like, oops, I think I forgot. No, I did not. Thorn of the Black Rose might be interesting here. Next turn, though. I think I'll just take 5. Cannonade. Yeah. I'm taking too long. Been playing too long. Hey, oh, last round we got a WW. I forgot. I was going to say everything's been to a 3-game win, but not this one. Of course, the first one ended in a Q. All right, this is going to get brutal. Come on, flash it back. You know you want to. Do it, do it. Our opponent has something called Discipline. That's a lot of damage. How am I going to block it? Not worth half my life. Really need them to overextend and then draw chainers. We've done everything we can to get there, including the Faithless Looting there. All right, well, I'll let the cat out of the bag here. Boop. Bye-bye, Lone Missionary. Crunch. Come on, show me chainer. That's pretty cool. Well, late for dinner here. Maybe Stonehorn? It might actually buy me some more time. Let's try that. And I might as well pull this off. Gain some more time here. Probably should have left it wide open to make them think I've got Ephemerate. course, I could always Galvanic Blast my own dude to make him eat his own unicorn. There's that option. And given our sideboard, that's probably the more prominent. Ooh, that's a good little gauntlet there. All right. Well, we have that. He's probably not thinking we have access to all of those. I really want to get that damn thing out of the way. So I'm actually going to loot here. Probably going to have to pitch some uncomfortable things. Don't need that. Technically, we don't need this. I'll block that. Boy, oh boy. Our targeted removal and cast down and chainers are really hiding from us. Turning this should be kind of a blowout, I would think, on paper, but sometimes deck just doesn't have it. Boy, oh boy, I wish I could kill that in response. I wish... Yeah, double red would have been nice there, huh? Alright. Well, you get a Stonehorn. Congratulations! We take a lot of damage. Yeah, if you build it, they will come, sort of thing, right? I want to keep that Cannonade for something a little more worthy. We'll keep it back. Of course, we don't have much more turns here. We'll gain some life, as so will our opponent. There might be more in the cards here. We'll pop this. Gaining some more life, buying another turn, encouraging them to... Ooh, boy, oh boy, oh boy. That's muddy. 4. We'll go 5. Play this. And we gain 3 life. We get a blocker out of the deal. If we need one. Late to dinner. Boy, everything's hiding from us. This is a little frustrating. This play might make them overextend, though. Since we have a blocker, it's probably another journey, maybe even an obnoxious ring. Yeah, once things get demaskified out here, I'm going to try doing that too. Start representing a little bit more. Everybody's looks at Pauper and they understand it's great, and they see me playing like one-on-one sometimes, but I've never really spent the calories to build everything, so I'm a hypocrite. It's pretty much a must block there, darn it. Alrighty, we'll block here. Ooh, that unicorn's big. It's like the Pride Mage and Pauper. Alright, keeping us honest. You're playing a lot more discipline than I can when I play aggro. Come on, Chainer's Edict. Let's go. Yeah. Not the greatest. Never a dead card, but right now it's feeling pretty dead. We're halfway through our list. We haven't seen any cast downs or Chainer's Edicts. I think the program's like, what? He's winning? Wait a minute. We gotta throw a wrench into that. Crunch. Ooh, that's a lot. This stage, I need all the life I can get. This isn't going to really help too much, but if we draw an Edict, I don't want to... I guess you could do it either time. Doesn't really matter. Edict or bust. Bust. Well, that was interesting. More than half of our deck gone, and we didn't see a lot of our hallmark cards. Look at the Spite. So far. Okay, I guess they were just the last cards there. Well, what did we learn, kids? Unicorns are bad. We'll bring these in. I like that. I don't like Thorn in this matchup. I like just about everything else. Even the Guardian would have helped there. Probably need one less of these. I'll probably lose a looting here. All right, let's go. Pow! Let's do it. And my wife's going to be out of town visiting her very artistic sister. If you guys saw me a few weeks ago with my Einstein rock taken from his property, she's going to do something cool with this boring rock. Hopefully, no pressure. She's quite an artist, though. One of those people you can just be like, here's a coat hanger, a bobby pin, and an old tea-stained napkin. And then it comes back a minute later and it looks awesome. Some rose or something that you want to frame. And she's just got that kind of talent. I consider myself pretty artistic in a lot of ways, but craft-wise, not compared to those kind of people. I got a buddy named Eric who lives in the Isle of Man, and his artwork's all over the house. He's incredible. He can draw something like Boros Garrison in 20 minutes on a napkin. Just sorry, why am I bringing up napkins so much? Maybe it's because my nose has been itching. Here we go. Shy guy. Not being shy at all. Booyah. We drew everything we needed, and it wasn't enough. Got all kinds of red. We've got early life gain, and we can block stuff. We'll keep. We lose. We're 1-4. I mean, 4-1. That's what we did last week, too. I really wanted Black Sack last week to go 5-0. I think it should have. Oh, Snake Eye MTG. Very cool. Yeah, I technically work for a company from the Isle of Man. I do a lot of freelance work for Poker Stars out that way. Given that they're on the island, I've got to, I think it's for some tax law with gambling and stuff like that, but good times. I know it's got one of the most deadly, like, race courses. Like, they zoom around that island. There's nothing to stop people from flying off the edge and onto the rocks. Terrible. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I've never seen or heard, I mean, I don't really have a desire to see people crash and burn. I do like Formula One. I marvel at the safety in Formula One. Just the crumple engines and the engineering and stuff is just fascinating to me. Come on, just give me a... yeah, this is going to be one of those... Look at my hand. It's all red. That's what you get for not being disciplined, ladies and gentlemen. Red's the most prominent color of our mana base, so I figured by now I would have spilled into it, but... Hey, we got Billy Idol holding off the army, right? He wants more mountains. Yeah, I bet it would, Shiraz. That's crazy. Oh, man, this is getting brutal. Shy guy. Bringing the knowledge. We got the 2 mana we don't need in hand. Come on, just give me a mountain. All right. Hey, I'll take it. We're staying alive. Brutal early. I never get those early against matchups where it matters. My opponents seem to. That really hurt, but I'm glad it wasn't a red. Whew, brutal. Can we hang in there long enough? The Skyfisher's going to have something to say about that, as the Inspector's probably going to come back, if I was guessing. Yep. Not that big of a guess. I'm going to feel bad. Snake Eyes MTG shows up. We're crushing fools. Then he shows up and we lose. And run away. For the weekend. For the week. Maybe. The next 2 shows. I have one next week. Week off. And then the next week will be Halloween themed. Of Ascending Order. I'll try to hold it back a little bit. As you can tell by the little garb behind me. I'm slowly getting into the holidays. Which is tough for me. I usually start around July 5th on a normal year. Oh, it's like a breath of life. Without having to exile a creature. Ooh. Oh, you heading out? We have red, ladies and gentlemen. He is digging for that extra dust to dust. They probably upwards of 3 in a lot of boards. They didn't find it. Oh, I'll block that Soul Warden all day, baby. I'm all good like that. You got prismatic strands. Slow rolling me here. What's going on? Oh, okay, I see. You never tell. Okay, let's do this. We'll pull the obvious here. We got time. We got life. We got good stuff. We'll do this. Let's go grab a basic red, especially with this hand. Now it's showing up. Boo-doo-doo. Bingo, pow. There we go. I'll block that inspector if it comes my way. Suggesting we're holding Ephemerate. We are not. It's nice to have that Fiery Cannonade with the Ardent backup. We're probably only going to have to suffer a Skyfisher. We'll take out our Lone Missionary, but not a big deal. The second one will be for the Elementalist, because that will take it out. Hopefully by then our deck is doing something. We've got a Galvanic Blast with the Skyfisher's name on it. Problem is, he's really showcasing, what do you call prismatic strands math. I think it's better to target the Skyfisher, prismatic on the stack, and then we can Cannonade. Because now he's showing a little Boros colorfulness, suggesting Rally the Peasants. Let's see if we can make quick work of this guy. Pop! All right. Do I rally here? I mean, I'm going to give it a try. I don't want to attack. I'm going to Cannonade. If he protects, that's one thing. Okay. We're clear. Play this. Got kind of a reprieve from the governor. And we don't need these. All right. We've got unicorn food. I really thought they were on prismatic there. Pretty sure they're holding rally then. That's a pretty good guess. Only problem with dust to dust though, boy, at this stage, it's just a little bit of a speed bump. Pretty nice design so far. Okay. It's going all in. This guy's got really good spider senses. Unless I top deck a land. Then they'll be atrocious. Man. Not that kind. Sneak in an electrickery for old school's sake, right? We'll grab the Cannonade. Pretty obvious pull here. We have looting. That's a 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to hold that bridge for the looting just in case we can survive this turn. There's a possibility. Yeah, I guess. No, you could double flash it. That's a whole lot of damage. 20 to be exact. I could survive, but we'll have to use a Galvanic Blast on one of the dudes. Alrighty, I think that's what we're running up against here. Really? Huh. This is the most patient white weenie blitz player I've ever faced off against. Thanks a lot. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to loot here. Well, we can bring this back. We've got instant answers in the other. I think I'm just going to get rid of the lands here. That is why we're playing looting after all, right? Gonna be forced to just do this end of turn here. Unless they dust to dust now. That'd be a nasty play, right? This is a strange... He's got to have Prismatic. Oh, he could be running... what's the +2/+2 one? That might be why he dropped the priest here. Okay. It's either Prismatic or Guardian's Pledge. I think we're going to be handing our first loss here if things don't start turning around for us here. All right. It's no surprise what we're going to try to do. It's the big surprise to see what he's going to do about it. Let's go like this. Does it work? It does? I'm so confused. I'm usually pretty clairvoyant on this kind of stuff, and it's our opponents are really throwing me for a loop here. We'll wildfire this. I think we need some more white. Grab plain. Yeah, we've got options there. I don't want to dilly-dally too long. Pitch some more lands. That's cool. I'll get rid of one of these. Shoot. I guess I can just get rid of Ephemerate, right? It'd be nice to have access to that. Oh, we'll do this. There we go. Next turn we'll start doing stuff, I promise. Of all the decks, you didn't think this one would really have an issue with, but it's mostly our opponent playing a very optimal style against us here. Yeah, that's why I had to take the damage for that rally if it was in hand or something like it. What is this new devilry? Yeah, why not? Only got 10 minutes left. I gotta get him within striking distance a little quicker than usual. Let's go. Handful of journeys, maybe? I'm thinking. Could be. Right. We're just on defense the whole time. Just a perfect amount of pressure. Very nicely played. All right. No sense in having black mana. Bring this back. We'll grab probably Fiery. Yep. We'll sit back on Ephemerate. Tricks. Play this. Hope for the best. And we'll have to kill our own dude on that play, but what is this? Okay. Doesn't look good, guys. 2 for 2 is not being bring this back. It's got like gut shot. Nope, guess not. Yeah, wildfire might get us somewhere. Let's draw some cards. Not the most optimal target at this stage of the game. Cool with it. Whoop. Ephemerate. That's not a bad play. Thank you for that. Bye-bye, Garrison. Looting. I think I'm going to time out. Loot. Get out of here, sucker. 1, 2. Yeah, let's do that. I'll get rid of these guys. Play this dude. Now, Edicts aren't going to do too much here. Might as well play him, right? Pop. We're going to time out at 8 minutes. Our vampires are hiding from us. And we're going to EOT Ephemerate, probably Galvanic Blasting a Hawk if we need to. Never mind, we'll just grab that Wildfire again. Don't have that much life, though. We're going to be a little careful. Shoot all the lands. That's what I say. Booyah! Hats off to those pilots of... This one, please. Okay. Ephemerate pilots. Not the easiest one to play. Hey, where'd our spell go? Where is it hiding? Yes, I want to play it. Where did it go? Why is it hiding from us? Exile zone, I know. Exile zone. There! Usually it auto clicks. Thank you. That's the X. Jeez. Alright. Well, that was 10 seconds I'll never get back. Crunch, crunch, boom, pow, zing, bang. Give me a land. Finally. All right. I almost screwed up again, I think. Black, 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 black. Yeah. Sucker. Woo. Yeah, we're probably going to have a little dodging with the journeys. Thank you, Nim Chimpskey. It's the first time that's ever done that. Of course, it's on a stream, right? We got our finger on the trigger. Might as well attack if he's not going to commit any more things to the board here. Okay. We'll attack for 6. Thank you for that, yeah. Yeah, at this stage, I'm going to play this. I'm actually going to... 5, 6. Use our mana for something good here. Never seen that before. 7 mana on a Squadron Hawk. Take it. You will commit to the board. Edicting a Hawk. Non-play of the day. They're going to just run me out of time, though. Come on, Journey. That'll slow up the game even more. All right. That I can trade with. I did not consider that Snake SMTG. Usually I've considered most things, but not this time. I think we're going to time out here. See where this is kind of going. Whoop, 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 whoop. 4 to 3, 3 to 4. Let's see if they bite. They had enough life, they might not want to go this route. Cool. I'll probably save the Ephemerate for a nice trick, especially because we have another one. So if they follow it up with a journey, of course, with this mana at this stage of the game, they might have like 3 journeys. I don't know why they wouldn't have tried to play them yet, though, other than knowing I've got one Ephemerate in my hand. But after I expel one, they might go crazy on it. This life gain. Here we were worried about unicorns, and it's like he sided them out or something. I don't think it's going to be quick enough to win the next game, though. I'm going to keep waiting here. Well, let's go. Hey, is it 20? It's like the game just started and I have 4 minutes. Here we go. Do the obvious here. They gain 2, but we kill one of their dudes. Boop. Bleak Cloven neutered. Only hits for 2. Well said, Nim Chimpskey. I'll just try to win this one and then keep it fresh, I tell ya. Thank you. I'll actually choose this time. It's timeout time. Funny. Anarchist was available forever. And then you drop the mana by 1 and this happens, right? Alright. I'm pulling the trigger. Zoop. Bye-bye, Elementalist. I'll attack still. That is 4. I can do that at just about any time. Yay! 2, 3, 4, 5. Ha! The ship's time warp. It's breaking. Now we can Fiery Cannonade at will, Captain. Hiya! Fighting through all the life. The vampires get there, but their bald idiot overlord doesn't foresee the tangibles of battle and loses to the clock. Bonk. Does he have another one? Because so do we. Boop. Battle Screech in the art. There's another one. I will Cannonade here. So yeah, if I Cannonade here, this will kill him next turn, but then we're going to lose to the clock. But that's okay. Boop. No life for you. IoT, and then we'll blink again. I guess we don't really need to, huh? Well, he's going to block both, so might as well. Let's save some time. Whoop. Just let's see if it's hiding in exile. We have 2 minutes to win again. Okay, this one I guess I have to do first. That's frustrating, huh? Do we do it? Prismatic ain't gonna help you there. That's loss of life. Whew. All right. Well, rather than stress out, well, you know what? Let's try it. I guess we can always get lucky, right? Cannonade. It got there. I think we're boarded right. Good example, if I wasn't talking so much, might have like 5 minutes to be able to pull this one off, but they played super strong game, so I'm very happy if they're going to pull this off. So we'll go to the end. I'll work on my stress reduction techniques as far as the clock is concerned. Maybe they'll rage quit, and we'll just maybe they have a sticky note over the time involved, right? Holy cow, we're at a 3-hour stream. We usually only go about 2.5. Thanks a lot, Mardu. Courtesy of Horse Duck. We can get the deck list up there. I'd appreciate it for the outro here. And we'll be back next week after this quick 2 minutes of gameplay following up. Very low odds that we're going to go 5-0, probably 4-1. But we're going to have a very thematic Halloween show. It's noted behind me. I would have lost the bet if somebody said White Winnie is going to be the thing that ends up timing you out and taking you down. Guess we'll keep because we just kind of have to. This is going to be painful. Yep. Yep. Oop. Let's get it. Not with this deck against the life gain too. It's already gained life. Let's stem the bleeding as soon as we can. Get our mana right. And then we'll be ready to fight. Because might makes right. I've often thought that'd be kind of a cool thing if Magic paper wasn't invented and it was just a digital game. But of course it would be a blue card, right? Something to do with time. It's just like add 5 minutes to your clock. Pay 3 life or something like that, right? All right. Let's do this. Take a whole lot of time. Ugh. Oh, it'd be nice to get this back. I'll throw that and that out. We'll get this. We have targets. Targets, Captain. 1 minute. Opponent's at 9 minutes here, right? My bladder's under control. I'm not feeling. I'm feeling good, even though it's 3-hour mark. This is crazy. Hey, is it time for a beer, Shiraz? I should have had a beer in here. I could have blamed it on the libation, right? It's a libation loss, I tell you. But if you're in the Halloween spirit and you want to start it a little bit early, there's a podcast I host called The Gundo Ghost if you Google it. Really short stuff, very highly produced, and just a lot of fun. Of course, I recommend it. I made it. We're just doing stuff out of spite. Oops. Including losing seconds here. New episodes drop every Saturday. Actually, super late Friday nights within seconds of midnight. Just so the lore is perfect, right? There's the channel. The channel's okay. But if you go like on any podcast platform, Spotify, iTunes, everything. It's pretty much everywhere. It's a lot of fun. A lot of little stories. Some Pauper Easter eggs in there, but make no mistake, it's not about Pauper. But it is about the holidays. Like I said, next week we'll be back with that. If my hotkeys weren't set to switch to cameras and stuff, I would compliment ShyGuy_BR. I'll probably do it later if I can remember. Fantastic. Just he saw the outs and he played that way from the beginning. So that's why I'm kind of doing him the courtesy of playing like this. All right, talk about a top deck, eh? Bonk. I'll just do that. We'll loot on our own terms. We don't need that swamp. Let's go. Hot, hot, hot. One of my favorite cards of all time. Faithless Looting. Bye-bye. Poop. I got a nice little board developed here, but we've got 30 seconds. But I guess he was just hoarding those celestial unicorns. I'm not sure. Maybe he did a bait and switch, and we just kept our board the same, and he was like, oh, darn it. He guessed right. No, I just kept it in there. No scenario where I can win this one on time here. Traylon13, hey, good to see you. Thanks for chatting in the end of the show. Fuji Purple. It's been a while, my friend. Good to see you. Nice to see your name in the chat. I was just talking about old timers and joining our chat. Thanks for coming back, unless you've been hiding in the shadows the whole time. The glare of my bald head maybe kept you away, right? Bop, bop, bop. Yep, gonna lose our very first game. It's the last game, but it sure has been fun, folks. I had a good time, at least, we shall say. Let's do some stuff on the outro here. Boom, 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 boom. Nah, let's kill a Skyfisher. We can do that at least. Are we even gonna have time? All right, let's see if I can do this. I feel like a drone pilot. Okay. All right. I'm going to put a T there. T for time, Q for quit. Woo! But the deck is very legit. Sorry, I'm always forced to rhyme. Always makes for a good time. Here's the list, everybody. We've got all kinds of goodies in this, courtesy of Horse Duck. I know a lot of people have it out there, but hey, when people send me a list and such, we're going to go with it. So this will be available in the video chat below. I'm sure one of my co-hosts will fire up the deck list for any of you live viewers and you want to try this out. I really like it. About the only thing, oh yeah, I forgot our little segment I keep forgetting to go to. I love this part. It's called What Did We Learn? Well, I learned that Swirling Sandstorm might deserve a spot in the sideboard, and I would probably maybe lose a missionary for it. So that's what I learned. Shiraz, you learn anything? New beer you like? Doesn't have to be Pauper related, that sort of thing. So yeah, this deck of 22 lands, we usually can cleanse it via the card of aforementioned name right there. We've got a whole lot of removal. Most of it's not dead. We can even target our own stuff if you need to, which I don't know why you would, but hey, sometimes things happen. Maybe you got late to dinner. Maybe you are late to dinner. The Coven vampires are going to eat life, that's for sure. That's what's on their dinner plate. For sure, but a pretty flexible way to go. It obviously got 3 mana colors and stuff, but anyway, if you got decks that you want to share and they're fleshed out and you really like them, I don't want half-baked ideas, but always game at propaganda@gmail.com. Oh, well, you let's say, Shirazamon, that you learned that cooking's more important than magic. There you go. See, you can just spin it that way. I'll take you through the original list here real quick, which had this horrible card. I don't know why anybody plays this. In fact, if you go to our YouTube page, there's a screen grab of, I think I was against Infect, and I lost because this wasn't cast down. It's like you need black and red. It doesn't always happen. This deck is probably more likely than most, and Like, unless there's Dinrova Horrors and Guardian of Guildpact 4x4x4, and they're everywhere, and it's crushing every tournament, there's no reason. But other than that, it was a pretty close lift. This wasn't in there. He had the Crimson, which I don't even have, the 5/2. I always prefer the Black Rose, and the Mornwelk and the Soul Migration. I just thought were, at least for me, a little bit too cutesy. He made this work really great. I lost first time I saw the deck against this, and he had kind of a lock late in game. But again, he was already winning. It's the same sort of story with this. I'd rather have that consistent engine early, as we saw today. So I learned not to get a beer before the show starts. There we go. Nim, did you learn anything? I guess. Or Arrange Sushi? It's all up to you guys. No, don't mean to put you on the spot. So anyway, that's it for me. Woo, that was a long show. It's quite a while before this probably uploads and stuff, but yeah, I'm gonna go out with a quick little what if kids did magic drawings and energy drinks, says Lorraine Sushi. That's what she learned. All right, guys. Hey, same time, same place. Next week, I'll have more stories and hopefully more wins and awesome, cool stuff. Enjoy. See you online all weekend if you want to play me. Adios.